The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
welcome to the 2022 season of Adrian College Bulldog football. It's the home opener tonight against Hanover College. I'm Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz in the booth with you today for the pregame show. Kickoff at 1 o'clock. Bulldogs coming into this one. A difficult loss, a suffocating loss to Heidelberg University on the road last week against the number 24 team in the country. A lot of good things to take out from that matchup. I thought the defense did some things well. The offense, they have some stuff to iron out, but I think they had the chance to over this week. So a chance to show out in front of these home fans today.
Yeah, I mean, opening up with Heidelberg, the OAC, everyone knows, whether people in the MIAA want to admit it, it's one of the toughest football conferences in the country. And Heidelberg is a historic power. They had some down years in the 90s, but the last couple years they appear to be back and very talented. Week one, you go in there and, you want to win, but you're playing a quality football team, and unfortunately things didn't work out for the Bulldogs, but I think they learned a lot about themselves.
On the offensive side, trying to fill the shoes of the greatest statistical quarterback in Bulldog history in Jack Werzer is Aaron Jenkins. He's a transfer in from Alfred State out on the East Coast and New York area. Offensive Player of the Year in their league. You don't get that too often to transfer to a different program.
No, a veteran, skilled guy that's played a lot of football. Obviously, he's I would say, talking to everyone and knowing his past, he's a run-first guy. But he fits this offense that Harry Bailey's got going on and Jimmy. I mean, they want to run the ball. Talking to him pregame today, talking to Coach Bailey, they want to establish a run, which will open up him throwing the ball. But definitely a great addition to offense that struggled a little bit last year to score, even though statistically we were very good. But hopefully adds another dimension. When you add a quarterback that can run, that's something that defenses have to really prepare for, and it really stresses them out. So it'll be interesting to see that dynamic.
Absolutely. A different style. If you've come to Bulldog games here at Docking Family Stadium, we've seen Jack Werzer for 4 years. This kid's a little bit different. He's faster, believe it or not. I was telling my parents, if you come and watch this guy, you're going to be wowed at what he can do with the football in his hands. So I'm really excited to see what Jenkins can do from week 1 to week 2. He shared some time in the first quarter. Second quarter, a little bit more of him, and that entire second half till he got hurt with a pulled muscle, not a pulled muscle, I should say, a cramp in his leg. It's different, but I think it's a good different.
One thing, you walk on the field and when you see his presence, you notice he is very thick in the lower half. I mean, his legs, is a very strong kid. So he's almost a running back. Back in the day when I coached here, we had a kid named Troy Niblock who was one of the most talented quarterbacks we ever had, but he could run the football. And it really, really added a dynamic that is very tough to prepare for. You throw in the 3 running back attack that the Bulldogs will throw at you today. You mix him in there, you almost have to prepare for 4 guys. So it'll be fun to see what he can do out here in front of the home crowd.
We'll get to the defense in just a moment, but to get to those running backs, a bit of a shift in that running back room, as we've been hearing throughout the week, a bit of a change to that running back room. A guy that started here as a linebacker, went to running back, started the year at linebacker. We think Stephen Moses will carry the ball today.
I believe you'll see him in the backfield. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll be this first series or second series. But, again, you're talking about a first-team all-MIAA running back that runs downhill with power that is very strong. Talking to some people at Heidelberg, they were very surprised that they did not see him carry the ball last week as they prepared all offseason for him. But, again, you're talking about a quarterback can run, talking about a running back that's obviously, well-known, and I think it'll add a little bit more punch. And then you have, Jimmy Clark and Malik Ray out there as well, depending on what situation you have, a power guy, a speed guy, and a finesse guy. And we'll see what happens here today.
The Adrian College security blanket in that receiving core is Tyler Ployer, the tight end, 85. He has a lot of experience back there at that tight end spot. He can block, he can catch passes, he can really do everything.
Yeah, when we were successful, and Adrian's always been successful, and they've been challenging for a league title, they've always had a great tight end. You can have great wide outs, you can have a great running game, but yeah, that tight end's kind of that security valve. Like, hey, we can go deep, but we're gonna hit you across the middle. We're gonna get a possession type receiver, and then that's what he brings to the table.
So 85, the tight end. someone to look out for. Of course, Kenigawa, the wide receiver, the speedster, not very tall, but he finds a way to get open. He can make plays. He was really the number one target last week. Adrian, trying to find that second guy. Who's going to step up? Is it going to be the senior out there, Cole Sesslar? Will it be a Keontae Townsend, one of those guys, or C.J. Watson? I'm not too sure. We didn't have a chance to really see it last week, and I'm excited to see what Coach Bailey and the offense figure with these wideouts.
They're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to pound the rock. I think you're on first and second down. You'll see that run. You'll set up some quarterback read, quarterback zone. Most of the offense that we do is a zone scheme, meaning that when they hand off the ball, the running back has different options to go. He doesn't have to go to one hole versus the other. It's a little bit of a chance to freelance and see what's open, and that will set up the pass game, and that's how our receivers will benefit. If we can run the ball today, then we're going to be able to throw the ball. But if we certainly cannot throw the ball or run the ball and they don't work together, we're obviously going to figure it out that it's going to be a tough sledding.
And with that, we're going to take a 60-second break. Kickoff minutes away. Bulldogs and Panthers on the Adrian College Sports Network.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome back to Adrian College, Docking Family Stadium. Ian Wentz and Aaron Klotz with you. However you're listening or watching on the Adrian College Sports Network, we do appreciate your viewership, listenership, and just all the things associated with Bulldog football. Bright sunny skies, it's humid, it's hot, it's summer in Michigan, and it's a different kind of football weather, but it's a football type of day here in Adrian. 1 o'clock kickoff. We talked a lot about the offense. And everyone's like, Ian, they scored no points. Why are you talking so much about the offense? The defense played really well. They had bright spots on that side of the football last week. They gave up 24 points. There was a pick six. Yeah. So the defense really held their ground. And when you look at that defense that starts up front with an experienced line with Justin Wiseman out there, you have Randall Broom, DeAndre Jennings, guys that have been in the system for some 5 years. But last week, Tessie LaRue, 6'4", 260-pound freshman, was playing at the right defensive end spot. He had a couple sacks, a tackle for loss in that game last week. He's a beast. I mean, you can tell he has a presence out there on the field for Coach Deere, number 99.
Yeah, it all starts up front. I mean, if you have a defensive line that can stop the run, that helps a lot. Obviously, it's a veteran group. All 11 starters are back from a year ago. And the guy I really like that really makes a lot of plays, and I'm a little biased, he's from my high school, Kyle Minder, number 42. He's a football player. Mm-hmm. He's been a football player since he was a little kid. I remember seeing him play, and then obviously following him in high school, and then so happy he's out here representing the black and gold. But he's a tone setter. But if those defensive line guys up front can keep him clean, that core of Sam Madrid, Kyle Minder, and Andrew Nummer will make a lot of plays.
Right, absolutely. And Minder had himself a great game last week, 10 tackles in that contest. And it's those three linebackers that, let's be honest, I think kept Steven Moses off the field a lot last week. And he's a guy we talked about on the offensive side. So, part of that is you have a deep linebacking core. Adrian usually does. But, I mean, the way Sam Madrid plays, an Adrian high school grad, Andrew Nummer, and as you mentioned, Kyle Minder, they'll be tested today with a balanced team that wants to do both run and pass the football.
Yeah, Hanover comes in. They're no slouch, obviously. They believe they won the league 3 years ago. They've contended. They received a lot of votes in the top 25 in the last couple of years. It's a new outfit. They had a interesting opening game. They played Center College out of Kentucky. Weather came in later in the game. They had to delay it to on Sunday. So they played on Saturday and Sunday. They obviously fell on the short end of the stick, but Center's been a very good club and a very good program. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out today, but it's definitely a worthy opponent. It's no slouch for the home opener. You're talking about Heidelberg, you're talking about Hanover, you're talking about two teams that traditionally in their upper echelon of their conferences. So, these games, as people know, the MIAA gets you the automatic bid to the playoffs, and the MIAA title is the goal. So why not play the best people you can play in week 1, 2, and 3 and then see where we're at?
Yeah, I like that philosophy, and that's one that's been, I think, embraced by the coaching staff and the administration. Like, let's go play the best so we can measure ourselves up against the best. Let's go on the road to number 24. Let's bring number 24 here in Heidelberg. Certainly a good test for Adrian College. The captains today are Brandon Kwiatkowski, the safety, Kenny Kiawa, the wide receiver, DeAndre Jennings, defensive end, and Tyler Poyer, the tight end. Those are your 4 Bulldog captains for this game today. The home opener at Docking Family Stadium. Looking at the back end of the Adrian defense, and it starts with Kwiatkowski. He's been the guy that's been here for 4 or 5 years, the captain of that secondary. But you want to look at the outside, too. MIAA football, you're going to get big, physical receivers, and I think Adrian's got the guys to get it done in Jimmy Cannon and Tyrell Diener. 6'1", 6 foot, they can get it done on the back end of a defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hand-in-hand operation. Yeah, obviously, if you're very good up front and you're very good in the back end, that allows you to do a lot of things. Coach Deere, traditionally, when he's been running the defense, he's always been an attacking, aggressive style zone blitz scheme. You have some guys that can hold up on that back end. You can play a little man. You can send a little bit more pressure. So those guys are obviously veteran guys. They've been out there on the field. Like you said, some of them are graduates and COVID seniors, and they're here for their 5th year. And when you have talented guys on the back end, it makes you play a little bit better defense. And if you had to come into the year losing all the offensive firepower that we did lose, that Adrian's going to rely on their defense, and it's going to be solid. Adrian College defense has always been good. It's always been a staple of this program, and I expect no different today.
When Adrian last won the league in 2014 and back in 2012, sure they had, guys like Emmanuel Stewart, but it was that defense. It was holding teams to, 6 points, 13 points, those types of things to get it done. This defense, despite the score last week, I think has that potential when we get into league play. This is a good test. I've talked to people throughout the week. I said this is a game that Adrian should expect to win. And I think a team in black and gold that's talented enough to get a W here today at home, home fans, home cooking, as they say, fired up and ready to go. There was things on film last week, positive that you can take from, even though it was a lopsided loss.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to challenge yourself out of the gate when you play Heidelberg, and you're going to learn a lot about you. And as the old coaching adage goes, you make your most improvements between week 1 and week 2. So 1 minute and 15 seconds to kick till we find out the story from that week 1 loss.
Adrian College starters, of course, will have Aaron Jenkins at quarterback. We'll see a lot of Jimmy Clark, I think, at running back. Kenny Kiawa, the wide receiver, the speedster, the guy that also gets open. Tyler Poyer at tight end. Offensive line, you're looking at Nathan Bennett, Jack Cecilia, Matt Pillow at center. Landon Banks, the freshman, at guard. Brandon Van Orden at right tackle. But we're going to see the Bulldog defense first, and that's going to feature Justin Wiseman, DeAndre Jennings, Tessie LaRue, Randall Broom and company. The defensive linebacking core, Andrew Nummer, Kyle Minder, Sam Madrid. We'll see Brandon Kwiatkowski, Donovan McCary, Jimmy Cannon, and Tyrell Diener on defense first. The Bulldogs kicker, Walker Evans. We might see some Alexander Aulette. He had a kick last week, the Onsted graduate. Also, Sammy LaFata, the left-footed punter for the Bulldogs. A bit of a challenge for any returner. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network. Bulldog kickoff team are ready to go. A slight breeze out of the southwest here in Adrian, Michigan. Walker Evans has the ball on the tee. A sunny 82 degrees. We'll get some afternoon clouds rolling in toward the end of today's ball game. 15 minutes on the clock. The home opener from Docking Family Stadium. Evans approaches. The right-footed kicker puts foot to leather and skies it left to right. Return there from the 5, 10, 15, up over the 20, and tackled by a couple Bulldogs there. Right at the 20-yard line, the AC tackle made by number 8, Aids Washman, the sophomore linebacker. And that's where this Hanover offense can get things started. They spot the ball at the 19-yard line.
Bulldogs won the toss. They elected to kick, deferred to the second half. Not a bad decision right now as Hanover comes out on the left hash on the 19-yard line.
Matt Weimer, the senior from Georgetown, Indiana, at quarterback. 6'2", $180. Tall quarterback there. Hanover wearing their away whites. Sort of look like the New England Patriots, red, white, and blue. Bulldogs wearing their home blacks. First snap, it's going to be handoff up the middle. Sam Madrid and company grab the tailback and throw him down with some help after a 5-yard carry on first down. Sets up 2nd and 5.
Hanover coming out and shotgun spread. Going to look to do the same almost as Adrian Koch. Going to do a lot of zone read with the quarterback. Expect to see the quarterback pull the ball a little bit, get on the edge.
Austin Opel, the sophomore from Indiana, got the first carry. Hanover is in southern Indiana. Here's a jet sweep to the slot receiver. First down up over the 30-35, and that's a speedster for Hanover College. 1st and 10 Panthers on 2 carries.
Number 6, Jalen Peck got that ball. That's actually a pass in the statistic book, so he's obviously a kid that got the ball in 2 plays. He gets around the edge, and he goes. He can run.
1st and 10 Panthers work. Now they're at their own 36-yard line. Weimer in the shotgun again. 2 left, 1 right. Sends the receiver in motion from the right side. 3 receivers now on the left. Tailback in, takes a snap. Weimer to throw. Pass is caught. Short gain, tackled by Kyle Minder right away. A 4-yard completion on 1st and 10.
You're going to see Hanover come in multiple formations. They're going to dink and dunk, and then they're going to take their calculated risk shots deep. Number 14 is a good-looking kid, Matt Kopis. He's a sophomore, 6'2", from Brookston, Indiana. He's going to be a guy, I think, on the edge to try to get the ball on the perimeter.
2nd and 6 at the Hanover 40. Bulldogs show a little pressure. Here they come. It's a handoff up the middle. Tripped up for no gain. Bulldogs brought some secondary pressure. Tyrell Diener from his cornerback spot in on the play. Brings up our first 3rd down of this afternoon. A 3rd and 6 from the Hanover 40.
Hanover's typically no huddle, as almost every offense is in America. You don't see too many people huddle up. Going to slow down. Critical down here early in the ball game.
First 2 minutes. 3rd and 6. Adrian defending. Weimer from the gun, straight drop back, throws an out route, caught. 1st and 10 up toward the 50, and that's where he's tackled. A lot of space out there to make that catch for Hanover. That's number 11 on that play, Hunter Eads, with the reception.
Got to know down and distance. I mean, 3rd and 6 as a defensive back and a former defensive back. You want to sit at about 6 or 7 yards, and our guys backed up a little bit and gave him too much cushion. But that's early in the game.
Jeremy Cannon out there in man-to-man coverage. 1st and 10 spotted at the Bulldog 49. They're showing pressure, and here they come. Kyle Minder and company. Here's a pass out, incomplete, and a late flag flies in. Tight coverage by McCary, the safety. Might have got the arm wrapped around that receiver.
Looked like he was holding his jersey out of the break. Usually when the back judge is calling that, probably saw some kind of hand activity and some kind of jersey. Yep.
Yeah, that's holding. Our referee today, Greg Santilli. The umpire is Steve Miller, head linesman Adam Layton, line judge Tom Turchin, side judge Michael Barnes, Michael Brown, the field judge, and Thomas Burrell Jr. is our back judge. So Hanover moving here, first possession, 12-13 to go first quarter. Scoreless from the Adrian 39. Weimer in the shotgun. He'll take, throw. No, he's going to run instead and tackled right there by that Bulldog defensive linebacker. It's Kyle Minder again. Brings down Weimer.
Little quarterback draw. Set them all up, run them deep. Quarterback sets, takes off, follows his running back through the hole. Bulldogs did a nice job stiffing that out.
And when Adrian gets the ball, I think we'll see a lot of that from the AC offense. But now they're on defense. There's 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right. Running back Hardiman in there with Weimer. Sends the slot receiver in motion left, now back to the right. It's going to be a fake run, pass, and a tackle right away. Excellent job. Ball popped out late, but the receiver falls on top of it. Looked like, was that Minder or Nummer? One of those linebackers
that
out there.
Black on black jerseys
know,
and numbers are tough to see. Looks like 48 to me. 48 being Andrew Nummer.
That's
yes.
right. So 3rd down and 8 for Hanover from the Bulldog 37. They show 3 out to the right, 1 alone to the left, running back with Weimer, who goes to the sideline to check the play. Checks his wristband and relays the information. Bulldog fans get loud here at Docking Stadium. 3rd and 7, he will pass. Bulldogs bring pressure, and they get to him and take him down at the 50. A Bulldog sack on the play. Brings up 4th down. Carter Sidlowski with a sack, and Hanover forced to punt.
Big play by the 6'3", 235-pound freshman.
Wow.
Just beat his guy off the snap and had no hope of getting that play off. Great pressure, great coverage. Bring out the punt team.
4th down and call it 19. Snap is away. The punt. Backwards rotation. Calling for a fair catch as Kenny Kawa. He'll make it. Bumping into his fellow return man, but he holds on. Adrian with the football with 10:08 to play in our first quarter. First possession, pretty darn good on defense.
Not bad, bend but don't break. Obviously, we got a flag out here. Looks like it's going to be kick-catch interference. Officials are getting together to see if maybe someone got blocked into someone here. We got 2 flags. We got one back at the line of scrimmage, and we got one on the return side. On the return side, it's definitely going to be kick-catch interference, but, again, did he get pushed? But to go back to your point, it was a good job. I mean, they gave up some yards. Hanover was able to flip the field. But on the first possession, as a former defense coordinator, you're trying to just feel out what other teams are going to do. Looks like we might have running into the kicker. Did they say? I didn't hear it quite. It said 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
Running into or offsides. Both would be a 5-yard mark off. They'll replay 4th down. I didn't think Adrian got to the kicker on that.
No, I'm guessing where they threw the flag is at the line of scrimmage, so we were probably lined up offside. So it's now going to be 4th and 14. They're going to come out and punt it again. Get a chance to maybe shank a punt.
Get a return?
Get a return.
Kwiatkowski and Kiawa back there for AC. Call it a 4th and 14. This is a booming kick.
Let it go.
This has a chance to be a touchback, and that's exactly what it is. Got his leg into that one. Did the Hanover punter.
We'll take it. It's a 20-yard swing right there. We had the ball on about the 6-yard line. If they did the first punt with no penalty, now we touch back. We get that ball back out on the 20-yard line.
Three first downs on that drive for Hanover. 28 receiving yards. With that sack, they're at -6 yards rushing. So here we go. We've talked a lot about it. This Adrian offense, a new look. Aaron Jenkins in at QB from the shotgun to 3 receivers right. No one out left. Takes, gives right up the middle. Some tough running for the Bulldog tailback. And the first down carry for, is that Jimmy Clark?
Jimmy Clark, yes, carried the ball.
I have glasses. I'm serious, but it's tough to see sometimes up here.
Black on
black, a thin gold outline for the Bulldogs. It's a first down carry of 5 yards for the grad student, Jimmy Clark. He's back there with Jenkins again. Poyer in motion, left to right side of the line of scrimmage. Claps his hands. Jenkins to throw. Looks, throws. It's nearly intercepted Linebacker jumped the route. He was going for Kenny Kiawa on a quick curl there. That was nearly a house call for the Hanover defense.
Nash Murphy read that right off the bat. Great break. He's going to be kicking himself. He had it in there. It was a pick six. He saw the end zone in front of him. Bulldogs live to see another day. Critical 3rd down and 5 coming up.
First pass today for QB Jenkins. He'll stand alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers right. That's the wide side. 1 left. Send a receiver in motion. That's Stephen Moses. His first carry. Cuts back up. First down AC. Up over the 30 near the 35. And number 24 gets his mitts on the ball for the first time.
I'm trying to make sure that is Moses.
That is Moses.
Yeah. That's a good look in him on the edge. Little different juice. Can run the ball, get around the edge.
1st and 10 AC. Ball marked at the 35. We're scoreless.
Correction, that was not Moses. Moses is in the game
not?
now. That looks like that's maybe 34. Moses is back there right now, I believe.
Jenkins back with him. It's going to be a quarterback run up the middle. Jenkins makes a couple miss, about 5 yards on that run on a first down.
Great block by Stephen Moses. Guy came through. Jenkins made a great cut. Great football play. Pick up 6 yards, 2nd down and 4.
On that 3rd down carry, it was Shenard Foster, the freshman wide receiver. He's got a build kind of like a young Stephen Moses.
Talked to Coach Bailey. He said that kid can absolutely fly, and he was going to give him the game plan. He certainly did on a critical down.
2nd and 4. Clock rolling at 8:08 in the first. Jenkins rolls to the right. Looking, throwing, and it's caught by Kenny at the 41 of Hanover College. First down AC. Just beat the safety to the sideline.
Great look. Had a little cover 2 there. Always have a soft spot right behind that cornerback and that safety. Jenkins did a nice job. I like the option. They're rolling Jenkins out, get him out of the pocket. I think you're going to see him start tucking some of those too.
Drive started at the 20. It's now at the 42 of Hanover. 1st and 10 AC at the right hash.
Hanover's coming out, and a 4-3 look with a cover 2 is going to tell you to run the football, and that's what they're doing.
And that is a run. Jimmy Clark right up the middle. Takes a couple defenders with him for 5 yards, maybe 6 on a first down rush. Jimmy Clark showing some versatility running that ball between the tackles.
They're going to play 2 hide safeties. Coach Deere is going to run the football. They're going to probably give us multiple looks. Looks like they're jumping down into a 5 front here.
Moses checks back in at running back. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tyler Poyer is tight to the left side of the Bulldog offensive line. It's going to be a fake to Moses. Jenkins going deep down the sideline, and it's out of bounds. No chance to catch it. Fans wanted a flag on the play as they were looking for number 1 out there. Jalen Minnie just threw that out of bounds. No chance.
Cody Horner, 29, defensive back from Hanover. Great job, great coverage. Not a lot of window of opportunity to throw the ball. Fans are a little upset, but it was a good call and great play by number 29, Cody Horner.
Another 3rd down, this one 4 yards. They converted on a jet sweep 3rd and 4 run last time. Clock stopped, 6:57 in the first, no score. Might be 4 down territory. Stephen Moses in the shotgun with his quarterback Jenkins. Jenkins gives off to Moses. First down, Moses down to the 30, 25, down near the 21-yard line. That simple run up the middle seems to be working early for the AC offense.
Stephen Moses is a downhill runner. He gets the ball. He's a load. You're going to have to bring the wood to tackle him. There needs to be a steady dose of that this afternoon for the Bulldogs because they're not going to have an answer for that.
If you're just looking here with the naked eye, that Hanover defensive line doesn't quite look as big as Heidelberg last week. So maybe the coaches see, hey, we got an experienced offensive line. We can move these guys around. Right in that interior, Matt Pillow leading the way at center.
The old rule of thumb as a football coach, you always want to see when you run at someone how they play. They can't stop you up the run.
Jenkins, a quarterback runoff tackle. Faked the jet sweep that time to the freshman Foster. 2 yards on the rush, down to the 19 for a 2nd down.
college football's fast. Everyone can run sideline to sideline. But can you go toe-to-toe? And that's where generally teams can beat you. I mean, you saw it last week in Ohio State, Notre Dame. Ohio State started run the ball right at Notre Dame. They couldn't stop them. It's a deciding factor in college football. Up front, who can win the battle?
Second down from the 19. Right side hash mark. Stephen Moses, the tailback, stands to the left of his quarterback, Aaron Jenkins. Claps his hands, takes, gives Moses. A helmet goes flying. It's not Stevens. He lost a yard on the carry as the Bulldog offensive lineman lost his lid. Landon Banks, the freshman, 6'3", 345. He'll come out for a play on a pivotal 3rd down and 9.
Bulldog line up front just got beat by penetration there, and penetration kills anything. And credit Hanover, 3rd and 9 in the red zone. Will Coach Deere do a 2-down here? Play for a touchdown? Play for a first down, or are you going to elect to play it safe and try to get the 3 points?
You would like to think you're within your kicker's range. 3rd and 9. 5:06 to go in the first and counting. We're scoreless, and Adrian needs a timeout. They were battling the play clock. They take a timeout. We will as well. Scoreless in the first quarter between the Bulldogs and the Panthers. Back in 30 after this on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Let me see.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz with you this afternoon. College football in Adrian. We're back. Week 2, the Bulldogs home opener against Hanover College. Might have been a double use of that timeout as they can get their starting right guard back in the game as he lost his helmet on the 2nd down carry. It's a 3rd and 9 for Jenkins on the offense. 5:03 to go, first quarter. We are scoreless. 3rd and 9 from the 20. Jenkins almost got the Panthers to jump. Waits, takes, rolls left. Looking, stops, throws, going for the end zone, and it's batted away by the Bulldog receiver. As there was some great coverage in that secondary for the Panthers, and the Bulldogs forced to make a decision, and it's a no-brainer for Coach Deere. They will try for a field goal.
The Bulldog receiver, Keontae Townsend, did an excellent job of coming back and playing a defensive back because Jenkins is trying to make something out of nothing, but probably should have ate it there and gambled and almost had interception in the end zone, but let's go for 3 points here.
Bulldogs were 0 for 2 last week in kicking field goals. This is Walker Evans, the senior. This will be from 37, right hash. Snap, hold is good. Kick is up away. Does it have the leg and the angle? They say no, he missed it. He missed it wide to the left. It had the leg, and Walker Evans misses the field goal. Panthers take over 1st and 10. That's a backbreaker.
It was a good enough kick. It didn't come off his foot probably like he wanted to. Kind of looked like one of my golf shots, you know.
Little
but
hook.
You get in the red zone there. You know, you got to come away with points. 4:52 left to go. Nobody has entered the end zones.
Bulldog drive. 3 first downs on it, 7 rushes for 43 yards, 17 through the air. The defense back out there. They show 4 down linemen. Bulldogs bring some pressure, and they run right into it. Bulldogs gang tackle the tailback. Defense having fun. Sam Madrid in there as well as that big defensive lineman I talked about in pregame, 99, Teshe LaRue. He's a presence out there, number 99 in black and gold, 6'4", 260, just a freshman.
Does a great job, uses his hands very well. He's obviously a strong kid, you can see. And Hanover's offensive line right now, they got their hands full trying to run the ball.
2nd down and 10, no yardage on that carry. Weimer back alone, takes the shotgun snap, throws the out route, caught for 5 yards. And Sam Madrid escorts the wide receiver out of play. And for Hanover, that's number 6, Jalen Peck, the reception.
Not bad, just standard out route. I mean, brings up a critical third down and called a long 4. Obviously, you can see Hanover's game is dink and dunk and run the ball. They have yet to try to throw the ball down the field, so expect the Bulldogs to tighten down a little bit, especially on this 3rd and 4.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Weimer in the shotgun. It's tailback with him. Opel. Weimer looking for someone to throw, and it's a catch, but a tackle right away by the Bulldog linebacker out there, number 48 in your program. That's Andrew Nummer. Bring up a 4th down. Number normally wears 44, and that's what's got me confused. But Nummer playing a solid game at linebacker, makes that tackle, bringing up a punt.
Great call by Hanover. Tried to run a tunnel screen. If Number does not make that tackle, it's going to be a 10 to 15-yard gain. Nice play.
Hanover back to punt. Eric Rodebush, 6'4" sophomore from New Palestine, Indiana, gets a leg into this one. Kenny Kiawa will try to return it and get thrown down. No return for the AC punt return. Ball placed at the 35. That's where Jenkins and the offense can operate.
A little risky.
Yeah, a little bit.
Catching that ball right with some pressure right in their face. Got a penalty flag down over here on the 27-yard line. Probably going to be some kind of hold, I'm guessing, on our blocking on the edge. See what the
Get the call from
men.
Greg Santilli, our head referee today. Hoping it's not a pre-snap against the Bulldogs with just 5 yards needed for a 1st down. Personal foul.
Well, it's on Hanover.
Unnecessary roughness on Hanover, so they'll tack it onto the end of the kick. So great field position now for Adrian's offense. Should put this thing right at the 50 after a 15-yard walk-off.
Almost through 1 quarter of play, 2:52 left to go in the contest, 0-0. Bulldogs have the ball 1st and 10. And I got to tell you, there's not one side or the other that looks a little better right now. So I think we're going to have a heck of a football game.
This was a 7-point contest in Southern Indiana last year, 21-14. Bulldogs on the short end of that one. But a short field for Jenkins and the AC offense. They operate from the top of Bruiser's Head here on Kapnick Field, a beautiful-looking artificial turf here at Docking Stadium. 2:52 to play, 1st quarter. Trips to the left. Jenkins will hand off, and that is Jimmy Clark ahead for about a yard. Trying that middle again. Not much there.
Play was supposed to go to the left. Clark tried to cut it back a little bit, go against the grain. Great job. Great discipline out there by Hanover's number 21, Jamie Deckard, trying to get those cutback lanes. As a running back, sometimes you see everything bottled up and you can get that cutback, but great discipline by Hanover.
2nd down, 9. Clock rolling, inside 2.5 to go in the quarter. Getting the play relayed in. 3 receivers split out to the left. Poyer tight to the right. Jenkins claps his hands, takes, gives to Jimmy Clark. He'll try that left side, and there's not much there, just 2 yards. Will give us a 3rd down and a long 6. Call it 7.
Coach Bailey talking to him on the field before the game, talking about, hey, we're going to try to establish a run. I mean, 2nd and long, right there you saw it. They try to go. 2 plays, 3 yards, not idea. And a long 3rd and 7 here at the 47-yard line.
Off of great position from that punt and penalty. Clock rolling, 95 seconds to play in the 1st. Dogs looking to convert on 3rd and long. Jenkins will go back to throw. Hanover brings pressure, pass over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Going for Cole Seslar, the lengthy Bulldog receiver. He can't come down with it. And Adrian College will punt inside Hanover territory.
A little bad luck. Jenkins' ball came out a little high. You know, we were open. Cole was wide open over the middle. That's a play that you got to convert on. They're playing a zone and you got to nail it. Unfortunately, ball sailed out a little high. Bulldogs on the punt.
AC punter, Samuel Lafada, junior, 6'5", out there for the left-footed punter.
Good kid. Talking to him yesterday. He does a little baseball. Told him I didn't want to call his name, but here he is.
Look at this punt. It's going to land inside the 10. Check up at the 5. How about that dime from Sammy Lafada? at the 4, 1st and 10 Panthers. What a weapon.
Did an excellent job. Last week, obviously, he was used more than he would probably coach would like to have, but he did a great job. And he's a baseball kid, and obviously you guys know I'm a baseball coach for the Bulldogs, and so we were jawing back and forth yesterday, man. He was excited to get out there. He said, hopefully I don't have to be used too much, Coach, but great weapon. Pinned them back. Now they got to go 94 yards. And it flips the field, too, in a close contest like this. This is going to be a field position game.
Absolutely. Scoreless late first. Into the Bulldog band side of Docking Family Stadium. Wimmer stands in his own end zone. It'll be a running back run and a quick Bulldog tackle. Kyle Minder and a late flag.
Unnecessary. I mean, you can't have that. I mean,
you cannot.
Coach Deere will get him out right away.
That's against the Bulldogs.
I mean,
after a stop of, 2 or 3 yards on the carry, you cannot do that after the play. Cannot happen.
Great job by Kyle Minder. I mean, he's a downhill linebacker. He knows how to play football. And unfortunately, that kind of thing happens out there. When you're in the game as a player, as a former player, sometimes things happen. But they can't in critical situations, obviously, because it just gives Hanover back out to the 20-yard line almost here, and it gives them more room.
That was Bernard Tyndall, the freshman defensive back. So instead of 2nd and long, it's 1st and 10 Panthers operating from their own 22. Working into the Adrian sun a little bit. 82 degrees here in Adrian, a little bit warmer down there on the field.
No wind, and, beautiful day, but when you throw a little no wind in there, we got the flags moving a little bit. When I was on the field for a pregame, though, it was warm, so hydration will be key.
Bulldogs with a defensive substitution. 1st and 10. Clock rolling. We're now at 1 minute to play in a scoreless first quarter. Bulldogs looking to bring some pressure. Number on the rush. Pass over. Caught. 1st and 10. Found the opening between the corner and the safety. That's number 8 for Hanover College making that catch. That's Lance McKee, the sophomore.
Great play call. Ran 3 vertical routes. They got the seam. Bulldogs didn't rotate over quick enough. Step late. Great hit by number 23 for Adrian, Tyler Diener. But one step too late. First down, big game for the Hanover.
So penalty jump-starting this Hanover offense. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Weimer takes, throws, caught, and a big-time hit. McCary, the safety, came up and made his presence felt. The reception, though, good for 3.5 yards. 2nd and 6.
So we played 1 quarter. Hanover's got that dink and duck. They took 1 shot, got their completion. Now they're out the midfield.
Trying to get one more play in, and that they do. It's a run up the middle. He's tripped up and finally wrapped up by the Bulldog defense. That will end our first quarter of play. Back and forth we go. No one's found the end zone. Bulldogs miss a kick. We're scoreless after 1. We'll take a 30-second break. Second quarter action when we come back on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Welcome back to Docking Family Stadium, home of Bulldog football. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz with you, bringing you through today's broadcast. We're scoreless through 1. Real quick, what'd you see from both teams through the first 15?
Hanover's going to have more success, it looks like, throwing their short passing game, mixing in some runs, where Adrian's obviously trying to establish the run. Adrian's elected to run the ball, and it's been successful. Jenkins right now is 1 for 5 with 17 yards with the 1 completion. But you look at Jimmy Clark, 4 carries, 14 yards. Stephen Moses, 2 for 14. Foster, 1 for 10. Jenkins has got 2 himself, 8. So obviously they're trying to feel each other out. Both defenses look very stout, very solid. Going to give you the bend but don't break and try not to, try to eliminate the big play. And so far both teams have done that, and that's why we're 0-0.
I think Hanover saw this Bulldog pass rush from last week and thought, man, they can get some pressure. So kudos to the Hanover coaches. But we have a 3rd and 6 here. Panthers moving left to right. Bulldogs on defense to start the second quarter. AC shows 4 down linemen. They bring some pressure off the edge. Here's a pass to the outside. It's going to be intercepted right in front of the AC bench. What a pickoff there for the Bulldog defender. That is Jimmery Cannon with a pick. How about that?
Great break. You could see it. It was a tough throw. It's a tough play call for Hanover. They're trying to roll out the right-handed quarterback, opposite a little bit of the grain. He didn't have his feet weren't set. He didn't have a lot on the ball, but great break by number 2. Puts his foot in the ground, diving catch. Maybe lucky we're probably at Division III. There's not a lot of replay.
No, I was just going to say.
We'll keep it rolling.
I was going to say he turned his body.
He did.
Like a wide receiver. It was moving, but able to get under it. 1st and 10 AC. Back-to-back great field position. This at the Hanover 49. Jenkins run fake. Has time. Throws over the middle. It's off the fingertips of his intended receiver, Kenny Kiawa. Boy, that was right there. Good throw by Jenkins.
Good ball, good play call. I like it. After a turnover, try to take a shot deep. Maybe a little off, but, the old adage, you get your hands on it, you got to come down with it. And I'm sure Kenny's wondering, how you keep coming back to me, I'll make those plays.
2nd down, 10 from the Hanover 49 off the Adrian College interception. It's their 3rd of the season already. 2 last week, 1 here today. 3 receivers right. One of them comes in motion. They fake to him. Jenkins makes a man miss, cuts to the outside, runs over a man, and here goes Aaron Jenkins to the 45. He's wearing Panthers down into the 45-yard line.
We talked about in the pregame show. He looks like a running back. I mean, let's call it like it is.
He's a linebacker. He's a little tall for a running back.
He's a running back that's going to play a little quarterback. He's got that experience. He's got that grit. If you're a Lions fan, that grit, and he's going to do what he's got to do. Turn something out of nothing, and now we're 3rd and 7 at midfield.
Spreading out again. 2 receivers left, 2 right. There's a running back standing next to Aaron Jenkins. He's in the shotgun. Clark stays in the block. Jenkins of his back foot going deep. He goes up and nearly picked off. Double coverage, and Jenkins felt pressure right away off the word go.
Threw that ball off his back foot. Probably not his best throw, but he also was under pressure. Hanover brought a little heat.
Took a hit.
He's a little dinged up walking off the field, and, we got word before that the backup quarterback for the Bulldogs is out.
Yep,
so
no Noah Heide.
Gonna have to be watching that as the game continues.
Boy, this might be – I think the offense can do different things than years past, but watching this game so far through a quarter and a minute and a half or so, it looks like the Bulldogs of 8-10 years ago. Here's a punt from Sammy LaFada. Here's another dime. Where's it going to check up, and it's going to go into the end zone. 60 yards in the air for Sammy LaFada for a touchback.
I know Sammy's trying to pin that inside the 5, but I'll give him props where props due. He kicked that ball 57 yards in the air.
Yeah.
That was big time.
So the defense back out there. Jimmery Cannon with an interception. We're still scoreless. Defensive battle between the Panthers and Bulldogs here in Adrian.
Matt Weimer, the quarterback for Hanover, great start, 8-9. Threw the 1 pick, 56 yards. So obviously 9 attempts. He's not throwing the ball down the field a ton. See what the Bulldogs do. They're coming out and looking to cover 2 look.
Trips right, 1 left. Send a receiver in motion. Weimer looks, feels some pressure. He will be sacked. A blitz from the secondary brings down the Panther quarterback. Looks like Donovan McCary, number 0 on defense. No, it's number 8, excuse me. I should just use the screen I have right here.
Wade's Ashman.
Yeah, that's Ashman.
Correct. He showed that blitz right away. Hanover saw it coming. He still got through relentless pressure. He held the ball a little too long. That was about 4 seconds in the pocket. You're not going to have that. They were trying to go downfield, though. That's the whole option there. You're trying to stretch the field. It takes time to get down the field, so Bulldogs brought the heat, got home.
2nd and long. Weimer's going to tuck it up and find a host of Bulldogs. He'll pick up maybe a yard. That defensive line bringing some pressure. And just like that, a 3rd and long here.
3rd and 18, got him tucked in. Jimmy's going to play it a little bit soft, I'm sure. It won't be too aggressive. We're going to try to flip the field. Seen the Hanover punter. He's all right.
When you say Jimmy, Jim Deere.
Jimmy Deere, baby. That's I know. We're good friends. That's my Coach Deere.
3rd and long, 3rd and 18. Weimer, he's going to hand it off up the middle. And he gets to the edge for a couple. He'll scamper out of play, giving his punters some more space. But this Adrian College defense playing very well. They gave up a couple first downs in the first drive, but since then they've had an interception. They've really changed the complexion of this game.
Field position's key today. You can tell that. I mean, both teams have been flipping the field. Bulldogs used their most valuable player to this point in the season, Sammy Lafada. Pins them down in there. Bulldog defense does a great job keeping them down there. Now we're out to punt.
And here's the Panther punt. AC over to return it. Kenny Kiawa, he'll get tackled right away as he gets to the 50. So, I mean, if you're the Adrian offense, you've had a drive start at the 50, the Hanover 49, and now the 50. You almost have to score here just based on percentages and odds and things like that, analytics.
Get a little mojo going.
That's right.
I mean, I don't want to overlook Kenny back there catching that punt. If he doesn't catch that thing rolls 10, 15, 20 yards. And in a game right now where first downs are tough, every time you can stop that ball like he's done, he's risky, very dangerous,
sure, yes.
but he's helping our offense keep this ball at midfield.
Jenkins out there at QB. Came off grabbing his lower right midsection last drive. He seems to be okay. 4 wide receivers out. It's going to be a quarterback run for Jenkins. He gets swallowed up. Tried to bounce it outside. Hanover read that well for the first down tackle. That's number 55 for the Panthers, Jacob Hobbs.
A little freelancing by Jenkins. Moses is in there leading. That's a good lead blocker. Must have seen something that we didn't see up here. I'm following Stephen Moses probably all day long and twice on Sunday.
That's a safe bet. 2nd and long for the AC offense. 12 yards to go. 2 receivers out wide, right, 1 left. Tyler Poirier, the tight end. Haven't really called his name much today. Jenkins in the gun with Moses next to him. It'll be a give to Moses. Looks for blocks. He's got him. Moses over the 50 down to the 45-yard line. He almost broke one on 2nd and long.
There needs to be a steady dose of handing the ball off to number 24 until they prove they can stop it.
We saw that last year.
Stephen Moses is a downhill back. And not to mention, Mr. Moses is 5'11", 225 pounds, and not a lot of fat on that guy. That guy can run. He's strong.
3rd and 5. 10.5 to go in the half. We're scoreless from Adrian. Jenkins will give to Moses. It's parting up the middle. First down, Dogs. Down toward the 30. That offensive line spread it out for him. You and I could have made it through that hole.
Maybe.
But we're not 5'11" and pure muscle.
Moses is quick, too, and he needs to get 25 carries, and I think we're going to figure that out pretty soon that's the answer today.
Spot the ball at the Hanover College 31. First down, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Moses still in the game with Jenkins. This will be a quarterback keep. Jenkins skips out to the left side. First down, Dogs. Gets a block. Jenkins down inside the red zone. No flags on the play. A first down for AC. Some blocking out there by the Bulldog receiver, number 1, Jalen Minnie.
Great job.
Really opened that thing up.
Stayed on his block. Toughest thing for a wide receiver. You just don't know when the play's coming. You don't know when the play's coming to your side. With a quarterback like Jenkins, you better stay on your block until you hear the whistle. And he did, and the Bulldogs reap the benefits. 1st and goal inside. Looks like about the 8-yard line.
We're now at 9.5 to go in the half. 1st and goal. Adrian from the 8. Jenkins and Moses in the backfield. Trips out to the right. Jenkins takes quarterback power, looking for a spot to go. He'll try the left side. Jenkins 5, touchdown Adrian College. Aaron Jenkins, his first touchdown of the 2022 campaign.
Heck of a run. Great block by Moses. Jenkins makes a cup, steps back to avoid being tackled, gets to the edge in the end zone for 6 points. 9:13 to go. Bulldogs strike first, 6-0, extra point coming.
What a drive for the offensive line. Who needs to throw the football? Just let us do our thing. Moses and Jenkins, what a great drive for those two and that offensive line. We'll see Walker Evans for his first extra point attempt of the season. Snap good, hold good. Evans' kick is good. 7-0 Bulldogs here at home. We'll take a 30-second break. Defense back out on the field when we come back on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz with you. The Bulldogs strike first. The first score of the season. An 8-yard touchdown run for the transfer quarterback, Aaron Jenkins. A lot of rushing on that drive to get the Bulldogs into the end zone. It was a heavy dose of Stephen Moses, then some Aaron Jenkins too. So the Bulldogs able to go 50 yards. They do that in 5 plays, 2 minutes, 43 seconds for the touchdown.
You look at it, run, 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 touchdown.
Pretty simple.
I think we're going to see a formula of success out here.
Walker Evans with the ensuing kickoff, and it checks up and stays in bounds. Picked up there at the 12, and he's walloped at the 15. Did the ball come out? That's the only question. What a monster hit on the Bulldog special teams. They're going to figure this thing out where the football is.
Looks to be the first guy to drill him. 46, Blake Bailiff. Correction, yep. Blake Bailiff. It's hard to see him looking at our monitor we have on ACTV for you
Hanover
guys tuning
football,
at home.
though.
Hanover football. He got up. Hey, man, setting the tempo. We're down inside there. We pinned him down in there. Great kick. Probably not the best. Checked up like one of my chip shots in golf.
Just like it.
But works out for the Bulldogs. They'll take it. Ball's going to be on the 16-yard line. That's great.
You don't get replay-worthy kickoffs usually, but this one is certainly worth it as it did check up at about the 16. Hanover in scramble mode, and boom, right at the 15. That's where they'll have it, 1st and 10. 9:02 to go in the half. Adrian leading 7-0 here in the home opener. Weimer in the shotgun, sends the receiver in motion. Takes the snap, gives up the middle. There's an opening for the running back. Up toward the 25, and he slips down right in front of Jimmery Cannon. Looks like the best looking run here for Hanover.
Not a bad look if you're Hanover having 64. Will Kern lead up through the whole 6'315. Out of Lafayette, Indiana, senior. He's played a little football. He's a nice-looking player out there on the left tackle.
Approaching 8.5 to go in the half. Bulldogs bring pressure. Kyle Minder in there, and a dump off to the running back. It's caught, 25-30, and he made something out of nothing as Kyle Minder was on a mission to the quarterback, but a nice job by Wimmer getting that ball out for a second down and medium upcoming.
Great job by number 11, Sam Madrid for the Bulldogs. He doesn't make that tackle on a nice little push-out screen. It might go to 10, 15, 20-yard gain. He does a good job sniffing it out, holding to a 7-yard gain.
Sam Madrid, the Adrian High School grad, they had a big win last night against Ypsilanti.
The Maples got a couple former Bulldog teammates that sons are on the Maples.
Here's a second down run. Tackle right near the line of scrimmage. Oppel, the carrier. Bulldogs will bring in some more safeties and corners. Looks like for this 3rd and short as Nummer and Madrid out of the game.
Critical down, 3rd and 3. Hanover's probably going to try to run the rock, in my opinion, but you never know. They've elected to pass it, short game. See if the Bulldogs are aggressive and sit at the sticks and take it away.
4 down lineman for AC. 7-0 Bulldogs. They're showing some pressure off the edge. Here they come. Wimmer throws, caught. First down, Panthers at their own 40-yard line. Cutting in to make that catch was Lance McKee. That's good poise by the Panther quarterback.
No, he's talented. 9 of 11, just kind of dotting us, picking us apart. Got to be disciplined, though. I mean, you got to treat those small passes like runs. Got to try to get them in 3rd and long and see what happens.
First down run, not much there. The Bulldogs gang tackle him. No gain on the rush. 21 carries the rock there. That's the sophomore Jeremy Gettelfinger.
Bulldogs got to keep the ball keep it behind midfield so they can get a little bit. Hanover's punter does an all right job, but he's no Sammy LaFada.
No, he's not.
And so if we can keep it here, have him punt that ball, might get that ball back on the 20.
6.5 to go in the half. An 8-yard touchdown run for Aaron Jenkins gives AC the lead. Adrian brings a blitz. They throw a screen behind it and a solid tackle out there. Who else but Brandon Kwiatkowski, after a short gain on the reception, brings up a 3rd down and short. These safeties and corners know what to do when Adrian brings pressure.
Not a bad job. Yeah, it was getting stock blocked out there. They leaked number 7, the running back, out of the backfield, a little swing pass. And not a bad job. Brings up 3rd and about 8 at the 43.
Kwiatkowski out of the game. Took himself out.
A little dinged up on that shoulder.
3rd down and 8 from the Hanover 42. Bulldog fans bringing some noise. Trips out to the right for Weimer, the quarterback, in the shotgun. The snap. Surveys, throws middle, caught at the 45, and a shoestring tackle. Who else? That's Kyle Minder. Brings up a 4th down and decision time for the Panther offense. I think they're going to stay out there for 4th down. No, they bring the punt team out. They thought about it momentarily, and they will bring the punt team. But nice job staying home if you're Kyle Minder. Makes that one-on-one tackle.
Good job. Bunch formation from Hanover. Usually one guy's going in, one guy's going out, one guy's going short. He did a good job, made a tackle, 4th and 5, punt team's on.
Hanover to punt this thing away.
Shanks it.
Shanks it into the Bulldog bench. Did you bring your glove if you're a fan? No? Okay. Lance in the AC sideline. This will be great field position. They're going to mark this thing at the 35 for an Adrian 1st and 10. So field position certainly favoring Adrian College early in this one.
At the end of the day, they ask if you won or you lost. They didn't ask how many yards you got. They didn't ask how many plays you got. They asked you, did you win or you lose? And we'll take 65-yard, 50-yard fields, 55-yard fields all day long.
Bulldogs have run 22 plays for 116 yards. Hanover 26 plays for just 83.
Got an official timeout out here. I don't know if this is for water because it's so hot.
Equipment, water.
Well, it looks like maybe a little water.
They'll use it as a water break. No official word, but we'll take a water break as well. 30-second timeout. Bulldogs up 7-0 here at home on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz with you. The official timeout for some H2O, as we were talking during this break, as they're still out on the field. Feels like 86 in Adrian, hardly any breeze, 57% humidity. Expecting rain later on tonight.
Great afternoon crowd here at Docking Stadium for the home opener. A lot of Bulldog fans, alumni, and friends coming to get a glimpse of this 2022 Bulldog football squad.
I'm not just saying this because they pay me, but you guys should come out and watch this team. just the leadership, talking to Coach Deere on the radio, he barely has to have any leadership role, right? I mean, that defense, he can just, all right,
good teams
go ahead.
monitor themselves.
Yes,
good
absolutely.
teams monitor themselves. And we got a lot of vets out there. Makes your job easy.
1st and 10 from the 35. Aaron Jenkins at quarterback. Moses the carry off the edge. Look out, freight train coming. 40, 45, first down Adrian into the Hanover sideline. Moses showing some outside speed.
One of the best running backs in the MIAA a year ago. Made a little switch to defense. Kudos to the Bulldog coaching staff for realizing that boy needs to be carrying the ball.
He's a really good linebacker too.
He's a great player, great
Yes.
kid, man, and he needs to be carrying the rock. Great job.
That's a first down run of 15 yards. Credit those receivers out there for throwing some blocks.
Empty set from the Bulldogs. Probably a quarterback draw, I'm guessing.
From the 50. Jenkins, he can run, sends a man in motion. It's a fake run. He will pass. Jenkins looking deep, throws sideline, and it's nearly intercepted. Out there as Hanover had a great A opportunity. Number 9, the defensive back, Jameis Evans. And Jenkins had a couple throws like that in this first half. Like that's you want to throw outside shoulder, right? He kind of led him inside to the defender.
Yeah, he's definitely not throwing the ball out there well. We're holding on to it a little too long. I mean, he is 1 for 8, so obviously they're trying to hit some home runs, but throwing a lot off his back foot.
Yep.
Not a bad job of knocking that ball down by.
I mean, the Bulldog receiver played defender again.
Yes.
Because that was in the breadbasket interception. 2nd and 10. They work. It's a give off to Jimmy Clark. He falls forward for a couple. Gives us a 3rd and 9. Clock rolling. Just under 4 minutes to go before halftime. An 8-yard run for Aaron Jenkins. Earlier in this quarter, it's our only score of this ball game.
Little throwback football here at Docking Stadium.
It is.
Run the ball, move the clock, shorten the game.
Special teams, pin them deep and get after it.
Not that wide open football that we're seeing a lot everywhere in college football.
No, we are not. 3rd and 9. What's interesting, they're spreading out the formation, but the concept is run, run, run. This might be a pass on a 3rd and 9. Jenkins gets the snap, steps up. He can run, and that he will, to the 45. Jenkins to the 40, first down AC. He steps out at the Hanover 39-yard line, and that's the dual threat of that dual threat quarterback.
That's what we heard about Aaron as he's that player of the year last year in his league and making something out of nothing. That's what we talked about in the pregame. You have a quarterback that can run. Now you're counting for 11 guys on the football field, and that's Hanover did everything right, but they just didn't have that defender for the quarterback.
It's a sort of a disciplined pass rush, right? If those defensive ends get around you as a quarterback, he's going.
Yes.
Because he has numbers, and that's exactly what he did. Only 1 completion today, but running the ball 7 carries, 52 yards and a score. 1st and 10 from the 39, and whistles before the play clock was running down. I think Adrian got a timeout in there, and that they did. How about we take one with them?
Sounds like a plan.
7-0 Dogs, late stages, first half. We'll take a 30-second break. You're tuned in to the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
AC with the football. 2.5 to go in the half. It's 7-0 Bulldogs here in the home opener. Ian Went, Aaron Klotz with you. It's a hot, muggy day in southern Michigan, and a defensive battle between the Panthers and the Bulldogs. I mean, it's just mano-a-mano up front. I mean, this is the kind of game, if you're an offensive lineman, you want to be in. And they're playing well.
Who's stronger? You know, who's
You.
better up front? Who's stronger? You know, there's been good plays on both sides of the football. Been a lot of critical third downs. Bulldogs just picked up a huge one. They got it 1st and 10 just inside the 40 with 2:29 left to go, leading 7-0.
From the 39. Out of the timeout. Hanover coaches think run, and they get it. It's Stephen Moses. Plows forward for about 2 yards.
Helmet came off. He's going to have to come out for a play.
That's okay. They'll sub in number 20, Jimmy Clark. I mean, there's just, and we're going to get that in college sports, I think, with the COVID year. We're going to get these teams with 5th year, 6th year seniors, and we're definitely seeing that at AC. It's not like Moses comes out and there's an experience coming in. Jimmy Clark has had his fair share of carries as a Bulldog.
You got a veteran stable backfield. They all bring a little something different to the table, and that's awesome.
And look, if you're a guy like Jenkins looking to transfer, I can see why this would be an intriguing situation. 2nd down run for the quarterback. Jenkins out to the edge, dances, lowers the shoulder near the sticks. About 8 yards on that rush. He's a tall quarterback too. He's a 6'1" kid, listed at 200, and that's a 1st down for AC. He can move. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
It's another option to run the ball. And Hanover's a little upset. They thought they got held on the edge out there. A lot of commotion on that sideline. Not going to get that call today. 1:37 remaining. Bulldogs driving.
Not too many in-play flags. A lot have been after the fact or before the play. Other than that, relatively clean. 1st and 10 at the 28. Fake run. Jenkins lofting up to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. Bulldogs, and a late flag thrown on the AC side of the field. But what an athletic move by that young man out there. That is, of course, number 1, Jalen Minnie. He caught it at the 5.
Going to be nullified.
And scored.
Illegal man downfield, I believe, is going to be the call.
We await that call.
They have a 5-yard window, those offensive linemen. Let's take a look on the replay if you're watching on ACTV. See if they're going to call anyone downfield.
Left tackle.
It's very close. He is down there. You get a 5. They're going to go with
it. It's the left tackle, Anthony Bennett. That erases that touchdown pass.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He was the first guy in the end zone. Congratulations.
Got a head start. And Jenkins, again, I don't want to be hypercritical, but Minnie had to cut inside of his defender to make that catch.
Yeah, it was a great job.
You know, if he
Underthrown ball.
Right, if he can get that to the outside shoulder,
yes,
then the receiver can make a better play on the football. But the Minnie touchdown erased. 2nd and 15, 1:29 to go in the half. Jenkins in the shotgun with Moses next to him. It's a run for Steven up the middle. He meets a couple Panthers in the hole. Tackle for little to no gain.
Little miscommunication, it looks like, in our blocking schemes up front. 2 Hanover defenders came scot-free, and Moses was a dead duck.
Noah Caswell on the defensive side, 6'2", 265 from Madison, Indiana. 2nd and long, 15. Jenkins will throw. Hanover brings pressure. He steps up. Jenkins shifty right there at the line of scrimmage. Gets about 5 or so, maybe 6 on the 2nd down carry.
Timeout, Adrian.
And a Bulldog timeout. 51 seconds to go in this first half. And it's been a quick moving first half. You know, a defensive struggle. Just the 1 touchdown. Adrian does have a missed field goal earlier in this game. But if you're trying to figure what side the field is tipping towards, I think it's leaning Bulldogs, and it's in large part because of the offensive line and the defense with a turnover.
Controlling the clock, moving the chains, running the ball. When you run the ball, the clock doesn't stop just for a second to get the chains set and moving. So obviously a shortened game. We're at 3rd and 9 here. Inside, they call it the 27.
The question is, do you throw?
What are we going to do here? We're going to play for 3 and go in 2 scores up the half, got the ball coming out. And coaching with Coach Deere for a while, I know that we always want to take points. And then you also got a chance, too, here is that you have your field goal kicker, Walker, Evans.
He's 0 for 1.
But he's 0 for 1. Do you go to the freshman Xander Ouellette? And Xander's got a bigger, stronger leg. I've heard in the preseason he's been that guy. So, you play for 3 or hey, man, let's go for it. Let's see what's going on. We'll see with this play call.
I would assume it's one of those sprint out, run pass options for Jenkins. We'll see. 3rd and 9. He'll take stand in the pocket, throws out to Kenny Kiawe. He's got it on the sideline near the first down line. He stepped out of bounds short of it. They mark him at the 20-yard line. Good throw by Aaron to put the ball right on Kenny, but he couldn't get the sticks. 4th down.
4th and 2. Moses is coming in. It looks like they're going to go for it here. Got a lot of reads here because you're going to have Moses. I'd expect Jenkins to maybe pull this thing and keep it around the end, and everyone's going to be focusing on number 24 going to the game, Stephen Moses.
Hanover likely will sell out. 1 timeout for Adrian and 3 for the Panthers. 46 seconds left in the half. 7-0 AC here in the home opener. Jenkins from the shotgun with Moses. It's going to be a give to Steven, and he's right there, and he got a first down. Bulldogs quickly to the line.
Adrian's got 1 timeout remaining. They're going to want to save that case. They got to run that field goal team out.
40 seconds and counting. Bulldogs in hurry-up mode. 2 receivers right, 2 left for Jenkins. He takes the snap, looks left. Jenkins rolls left, slips through a couple would-be tacklers. Jenkins fakes a throw, runs it up the middle. Aaron Jenkins inside the 10-yard line.
Got to get
Dancing
on the ball.
with the stars with Aaron Jenkins.
Heck of a run. Looks like he picked up a first down. Going to be 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Clock rolling, 20 seconds. Jenkins quickly takes, he'll spike it right from the shotgun. Stops the clock with 16 seconds. And how about that run? Pass, run, pass, ultimately run from Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins is talented, very talented on his feet. He eluded, and I'm on the run here, maybe 4 or 5 defenders to pick up 10 yards. It might be one of the most impressive 10-yard runs I've seen in a long time. But the thing that's critical is that we're inside the 5-yard line. We picked up that first down, so the clock stops a little bit. We got that 1 timeout remaining. Bulldogs threatening. If they can get this, the clock is moving here. The Bulldogs got to be rolling. They got the clock running.
It shouldn't be, right?
The official wound it. It's an incomplete pass. They downed the pass. Now, the Hanover coach is over there saying, because if you notice and you're watching on ACTV, he technically didn't throw that ball as a true spike. He got the ball in a shotgun and kind of tipped it down almost like a volleyball setter, so I wonder if they're trying to say it's a fumble. Okay.
They'll put the time back. They will start on the official's whistle. Not on the snap.
That's what Coach Deere's talking to Jenkins. He's like, hey, man, you did not
spike
that ball. He's over there instructing him, and you got to catch it and spike it.
Coach,
it could have been a fumble, honestly. I mean, the way he grabbed it and just threw it down, it was very interesting.
So it is a 1st and goal. Bulldogs threatening from the 5. Jenkins with Moses. Jenkins to throw. Looking to the corner. Jenkins throws middle. A sliding attempt incomplete. Jenkins took a big-time hit after he let that go. 11 seconds showing in the first half.
You got your 1 timeout here. You're on the 5-yard line. You're at 3rd down.
You want to sneak a run in?
Let's go to some zone read, quarterback read. Obviously, the play can't last longer than 11 seconds, but you got that timeout. You can get what you can get. If you score, you score. If you don't, call a timeout, run the field goal team on, take 3 points.
Basically, you need to come away with 3 on this drive.
Yes. They're also in the middle of the field, so it'll be interesting to see if they.
From the 5, Stephen Moses on the sideline for this play. Receivers bunched tight to the line. Jenkins looks right, throws a fade to the corner. It's incomplete. 7 seconds left, and Bulldogs staring at a 4th down. No hesitation. Coach Deere will bring out the field goal unit, try to get 3 points.
Walker.
Are you surprised that they threw the ball a couple times there?
I am. I mean, you're not on the field. You don't know the kids' conditioning. It's hot. Do you have those guys ready? The play calling, so to speak, was a little bit slow developing. That was the only thing that I could probably say. I'd like to see a little bit quicker down there in the 5-yard line. Hanover's going to call a timeout here with 7.8 seconds. Can't take them in, so.
Walker Evans was lined up for the field goal, and it's a smart move if you're Matthew Theobald, the head coach over there for Hanover College. He has missed a kick, albeit this one quite a bit closer. 7-0 score, 7.8 to go in the half. We can give a Columbus update. I'm sure you're dying to give one.
You know, as a former Adrian College player that got adopted as a Buckeye fan. No, that's a lie. I've always been a Buckeye fan. Looks like the Buckeyes are up 24-9. Michigan, big game down in Ann Arbor tonight for the fans. I really expect Michigan to score 75 points. What do you think?
I think they hit the over themselves. I think the over-under is at 65 or something.
64.5.
Yeah. I don't know that Hawaii scores, to be honest.
Yeah, I've watched them. You know, we'll see.
See if the Bulldogs can score here. Walker Evans in for the field goal attempt from 22 yards. Snap, kick, all good. Bulldogs 10, Panthers nothing. 4 seconds to go in the half. We'll take a 30-second break. End of the first half coming up next on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back. Docking Family Stadium. Bulldogs 10, Panthers nothing. Be sure to tune in for the halftime show on whatever affiliate you are listening or watching Bulldog football. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz here with you. Should be a fun halftime show. Not a lot of highlights for scoring, but a lot of highlights nonetheless.
3 critical plays out there by number 17, Aaron Jenkins, the Bulldogs quarterback. Looked to appear to be tackled for losses, made something out of nothing, kept the drive going, resulted in 3 points, 4 seconds left. Bulldogs up 10-0, kickoff coming.
Evans the run up, and a low squib kick. Picked up there, and they slide down at the 35-yard line. So we'll see what Weimer wants to do, the Hanover quarterback. They haven't really thrown deep this afternoon so far.
No, it's a very ball-controlled, what I like to call, they're actually running the ball by throwing the ball. You know, they're throwing short, highly efficient passes. They've done a good job. The Hanover quarterback, Weimer, is 12 of 13, 1 pick, 74 yards. So obviously you can see within the 12 attempts he's not really going downfield.
Yeah, they'll just take a knee. So with that, we've hit the first half. A touchdown from Aaron Jenkins, a field goal by Walker Evans. Jimmery Cannon with a big interception for a dominating Bulldog defense in that first half. Adrian will get the football to start the third quarter. Adrian 10, Hanover 0. Halftime coming your way next on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
10 minutes? Yep, 10 minutes. 2:18. All right, have fun, Laura.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself. This is Megan. I'm the director of ACTV. We've got a couple of students on air. I've got Patrick Smith and Calvin Keys right now. Guys, how are you doing today? What are we doing? Can you tell me a little bit about your positions and your part in ACTV?
Yeah, so I'm Patrick Smith. I'm a senior here at Adrian. I started ACTV last year, started commentating for lacrosse games. That's kind of my thing. I used to play lacrosse, so kind of know that area field. But today for the football game, I've been running B-roll. So I've been up and down the field, shooting video shots. It's been fun so far.
Awesome. We love to hear it. And Calvin is our freshman. So how are you liking your experience with us so far?
It's been great. It's been awesome to just get involved with ACTV right away and get a lot of hands-on experience doing a lot of commentary lately for the soccer matches. Did a rugby match last night. And then during the broadcast today, I've just been running Top Camp. So it's been awesome so far.
Awesome. I heard rugby was a little bit wild last night. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so there was about 2 minutes left in the game. Davenport was leading over Adrian by about 11 points, and Bulldogs may have been a little bit frustrated, so one of their players picked up a Davenport player and threw him down to the ground in an illegal fashion, and then the coaches started getting into it and ended up having pretty much a bench-clearing brawl, so that was quite a sight to behold.
All right, so I can take it
we had to like end the game early, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yep. Referee decided that the final 2 minutes did not need to be played. So
and it was really weird though, because that brawl happened, and then about 30 seconds later, after the ref called the game, everyone's just shaking hands like nothing happened, acting all normal. So
it's almost like they just had to get it out of their system, and then they were good. And
right.
That's very interesting. I personally, I've never really watched rugby before. Calvin, you hadn't either. You taught yourself rugby just to be able to commentate the stream, didn't you?
Yeah, all day yesterday. Not all day yesterday, but didn't have any classes, so I was watching some videos on YouTube trying to figure out the rules and some of the lingo. And, it was a lot of fun. I got to say, I'm definitely a rugby fan now. So
I was running the production yesterday for Calvin while he was commentating, and I got to say, Calvin did a fantastic job. Just like you just said, not knowing rugby at all, just learning it a few days prior or even the day prior. And, you knew the lingo at the back of your hand.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's almost like a hybrid of soccer and football, but interesting to learn about different sports that are popular around the world and quickly growing on campus. Have a very successful rugby program. They were the national runners-up last year, so it was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I think we've got a couple very interesting sports at Adrian. I don't even know what our count's up to. It's like 52 or something different sports on campus.
Just added the cornhole team this fall, so that's a crazy one.
Oh, yeah. I recruited for cornhole, actually, so if any of my cornhole people are listening, I'm Megan from admissions. What's up? But cornhole is obviously that's the oddball sport. We're the first ever college to have cornhole, which is very interesting. So I'm very excited to see how that's going to turn out this year. But what are our other weird sports that people think are weird? We've got acrobatics and tumbling. That's kind of like
equestrian.
Synchronized skating. That's one that I didn't know that was a thing until I got here.
Yeah, there's only a certain amount of colleges throughout the whole nation that has that.
We have students coming from around the U.S. just to compete on our synchronized skating team. Europe, yeah.
There's some out there. We also have esports. I mean, I guess that's growing.
That is growing, definitely.
It just seems like an oddball kind of sport.
Do we ever broadcast esports? That would be fun.
Okay, so esports, we've been thinking about it, but they usually broadcast on Twitch.
Okay.
Just because Twitch is a little bit easier for them.
Yeah.
Eventually we might get it on YouTube, but it's kind of hard to have all the screens at one time.
Yeah.
A little bit kind of jumbled. It's who do we choose? What player do you choose? I don't know anything about broadcasting esports. I got to research that one a little bit.
Yeah, last year we did golf. That was really interesting. We were just on one hole the entire time. We had two cameras on 18's fairway, and then me and Jay Hanna, past boss of ACTV, we were just sitting down commentating. It was a good time. Maybe we should try it again. We'll see.
Maybe we try some golf. I've been hearing a little bit about tennis. I got to figure out a way to do tennis, and we might throw tennis in there. But needless to say, ACTV is growing so much. When I got here my freshman year in 2018, we had maybe 6 student workers. It was 1 camera, 0 commentary, except for football, of course, because football's a little bit more exciting. If you guys are still listening and you've been watching us for a while, thank you. We appreciate it. But honestly, this has grown so much, and it's really awesome to be able to have watched it grow from the ground up. To be able to have commentary on every single sport and have multiple cameras and grow our equipment and be able to do sports like golf like we did last year. That's honestly amazing. So thank you guys all for listening. Patrick, Calvin, thanks for coming up and chatting with us for a little bit. We're going to send it to the rest of our break, and we're going to see you guys soon with some halftime stats from Ian.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome you back. It's halftime at Docking Family Stadium. Bulldogs 10, Panthers nothing. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz with you. Halfway through this one, when you look at the numbers, they favor the Bulldogs in most statistical categories, except throwing the football. But if you look at defensively, they have the turnover. Offensively, they've scored 10 points. I'd say a good first half, not a great first half, but the quarterback, Aaron Jenkins, his first full half in the black and gold, I'd say he did pretty well.
Talented athlete. I won't call him a quarterback. I'll call him an athlete. And that's not a knock on him. It's just when you have an athlete that can run and throw and do numerous things, when things are broke down, when things aren't looking so good, and you make something out of nothing, and that's what we've seen out there by number 17 today, that's truly been the difference. I mean, Adrian College and Coach Deere played the field position game for a little bit. Sammy Lafada with a couple nice punts, flipped the field. The defense did their job, and the offense capitalized and scored. Well, they should be more. They should be up 17. They should be up maybe 13, but they've done a great job giving the hand they've been dealt.
I think the defense really picked up where they left off last week. I know the 31-0 looks bad. The defense gave up 24. The offense gave up a pick 6. But they did things that you could build on, and I think the defensive staff, Coach Deere and company, have really brought it all together. This defense is clicking through this first half.
They're veteran. They're older. They're stronger. Early in the year, rely on to those guys that been and played the most football, and that's what you're truly seeing. I mean, when you're talking about the first half, Hanover limited on 27 plays, 83 yards. They've rushed the ball 14 times for 9 yards. They haven't even picked up a first down on the ground. And they've thrown it 13 times, completed 12 of those for only 74 yards. You know, if you're Coach Deere, you're very happy with how they're playing. 83 yards, 27, plays, we'll take that every time. On the flip side, offensively, Adrian's done a good job. 36 plays, 181 yards. They've not been able to throw the ball, but they have been able to run it. 24 attempts, 157 yards. When you look at that, rushing totals in the background, Jenkins, your quarterback, 10 attempts, 77 yards on the ground. Moses, 8 for 55. Jimmy Clark, 5 for 15. And that's going to give you your total. You're averaging each one of those 7.7, 6.9, 3.0. And if you had anything as an offense as Adrian College at that halftime, you're talking about we got to throw the ball a little better. I mean, we're 2 of 11. We're not going to win very many games in the MIAA when you can't complete a whole lot of passes because teams are going to end up loading the box. And I don't care if it's Barry Sanders back there. It's going to be tough throwing the ball if you can't throw the ball.
Absolutely. And you just need the threat to throw. Right, I think that's what Jenkins can bring is the threat to throw. But if you look at his numbers last year in another conference, obviously, about 2,500 passing yards, about 1,000 rushing yards, scored 29 total touchdowns, almost split evenly rushing and throwing. I think his passing will come along, but his rushing just really picked up right where it left off. He set up that field goal at the end of the half with some elusive moves in his own backfield. It's just something different for this offense. And if you're a Bulldog fan and maybe you're here or you're used to hearing us or watching the games, he's different, but he looks to be a special kind of different. Just a new weapon for Coach Bailey on this Bulldog offense.
That 2 of 11 throwing does not fall solely on him either. Yeah, the 2 of 11, he gets his name listed next to it. But there's been some tough play calls and some tough routes that he's had to complete. There's been some 50-50 balls that I like to call. You're throwing it up, we're either going to catch it or they're going to catch it. It's going to be incomplete type deal. So he hasn't had a lot of high percentage passes to go, but it's kind of like how the offense has been flowing. Let's loosen them up. Let's take a shot deep. Let's just keep them honest enough where they're not loading up the box, and that's what they've done.
And I think defenses in general don't get talked about too often. So I'm just going to keep going back to it. You had Jimmery Cannon with the interception in that second quarter to get things rolling for the offense. The defense has put the offense in spots to score, and that's what you want. You want your punter on special teams and your defense to give you opportunities. No surprise that Kyle Minder leads the team in tackles through half, 5. So if he does that again, he's got 10 again. That's just kind of what he is. But you have Andrew Nummer with 3 tackles, Brandon Kwiatkowski with a couple of sacks for this Bulldog defense. They are really getting after it, and what I like to see is when they blitz, they're getting home. They're putting pressure on the Hanover quarterback.
Those guys all play the great position and they get their name listed in that box score, but let's not overlook those 4 guys up front on the D-line. And more. They played, more than 4. But when you're talking about the general down 4 linemen, in particularly number 99,
yes.
Tache LaRue, and I'm saying that correctly.
I believe so.
He's good. He's a very good defender. He wears that number 99. Kind of reminds me of a guy I used to play with named Ed Kennedy. At the end of the day, he had 2 tackles, but the difference he made throughout the course of the game, freeing and clean, keeping those linebackers clean. It's kind of like an offensive line on the defensive line. You do a lot of work, you don't get a lot of recognition, but he's doing his job.
Second half kickoff, 30 seconds away. We'll be back with it on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
We welcome you back on the Adrian College Sports Network, the several affiliates we have here on ACSN. If you're listening on 103.9 FM, WLEN Adrian, or 107.9 WVAC, we appreciate you listening. If you're watching on ACTV, great job by the student crew. It's 100% student run and operated, as they like to say. We appreciate all the support for Adrian College athletics.
Studs behind the scenes.
We just take all the credit when they do well. We pass the blame off to them, but they're doing a great job. First home game for this Bulldog football team. Second half kickoff, left to right, and here we go. A high booming kick toward the sideline, but it hits the end zone instead. And what a leg by that Hanover kicker. He's pumped up. 44 out there. That's Yoann. I'm going to butcher that. I'll give you that last name.
Kuminga.
We'll go with that.
I tell you what, great kick.
Wow.
Great depth.
He was
great
pumped
height,
up.
Great distance. He wants to say, boys, score and let me use me a little more.
Yeah, their first kickoff.
I know.
Left-footed kicker, might I add. 1st and 10, this Bulldog offense operates. And we have a different quarterback.
We do?
I believe. Change at QB. Jack Kiawa in at quarterback. I believe that's Kenny's brother. It's going to be a handoff to Stephen Moses. So all that praise of Aaron Jenkins, he is not out there, at least for this opening possession. We'll try to find him on the sideline for you.
I'm looking on the sideline. He took a shot early in that first quarter. It's hot. You never know.
He left last week's game with a cramp, so that's looming out there. So a 2nd down and 8 from a new-look Bulldog offense. Quarterback rolls out to the right, looking to throw. He'll tuck it in and plow his head forward for 1 or 2 yards. As Jack grabs a couple yards, the sophomore quarterback.
I'm looking down on the sideline. I do not see Jenkins anywhere, so maybe he's in there getting a little extra treatment, a little extra time. Hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, hopefully he's not wearing street clothes.
We've seen what he can do when he has the ball in his hands.
So Bulldog offense looking at a 3rd and 6 with Jack Kiawa at quarterback. Panthers show some pressure. They bring it off the left side. Jack throws an out route. Caught. Minnie. First down Bulldogs to the 36-yard line as Jalen Minnie might be emerging as that number 2 option for this Bulldog offense. Makes a catch. The freshman does. Fresh set of downs for the Bulldog offense.
Simple game of catch right there, you know. Get to the sticks, turn around. Ball's there on time, which you'd like to see. Probably going into halftime, he didn't think he was going to be the quarterback. Good to have him come out, keep the chains moving. Simple first down, 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
This will be a run for Stephen Moses. Him and a defensive tackle just mano-a-mano. The Panthers stop the Bulldogs for what might be their first negative rush of this ball game as Moses lost a yard on that tackle. That big defensive lineman out there, number 55 for the Panthers. That is Sherman Davis, just a freshman.
Starting to see Hanover drop a couple more guys down in the box. Going to make the Bulldogs throw the football.
2nd and 11 for Jack Kiawa. Panthers rush one off the right side. Jack steps up, throws sideline too far for Minnie on that little comeback route. Had him, threw a little bit wide, and a 3rd down and long upcoming.
Yeah, you don't like to see that. I mean, clearly wide open, tough throw. I mean, you're on the hash. Little comeback or get to the sticks. The DB opened his hips. Great job settling down by Minnie there. Just unfortunately, poor execution on our end.
I'd like to note that Noah Heide also not playing today. He is number 12 out there on the sideline, wearing his jersey, no pads. The senior started last week, so he is out. Aaron Jenkins out. Jack Kiawa in on 3rd and long. Jack, a throwback screen, tipped, caught by Tyler Poyer, but he's going to go back about 10 yards. As that's one maybe you want to bat down if you're Tyler Poyer for your first catch.
Heck of a catch. Deflected, caught it one-handed. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't very quick, so the defense reacted. Loss of about 10. Sorry. We're going to have about 4th and 19. And here comes Sammy to bail us out with hopefully another booming punt.
Absolutely. He's had a couple good ones today. 2 punts, averaging 44.5 yards. A touchback and one inside the 20. A beautiful snap and the left-footed boot from Sam.
Yes.
A beautiful spiraling kick. Fair caught at the Hanover 32-yard line. Special teams showing up early in the second half off the kickoff for Hanover. And then that punt by Sam Lafata.
40 unofficially, about a 42-yarder. And I'm telling you, the ball comes off the foot of Sammy very well. He turned that over. No return. We'll take it. Flip the field. Ball on the 32 for Hanover, 1st and 10.
So if you're the Bulldog defense, you see for the offense, no Aaron Jenkins. And then you say, Coach, 10 points is enough. That's all we need. They pitched the shutout in the first half. Here we go in the second. Bulldogs bring some pressure, and they meet the tailback in the backfield. No running room there for the Hanover running play. 2nd down and long upcoming. 2nd and 11.
Coach, Bulldogs brought a little pressure off the edge. Nice job of closing down. Sometimes you see guys when they blitz, they get up the field. We came down right off the tight end, tackle, rear end. Met the guy at the line of scrimmage almost. Gain of none. 1 yard loss.
Bulldogs show 4 down linemen, a couple of linebackers out there in the box. Sam Madrid and Kyle Minder. Here's a run up the middle, cuts it back, and the Bulldogs meet him there and throw him down. There's that freshman again, that lineman, I should say, 97, Carter Sidlowski, with a tackle after a couple yards, and we were told that Aaron Jenkins is in the locker room with an injury. 3rd down upcoming.
J.K. Rader on the PA. I suggested he play Hell's Bells on 3rd down, and we did it.
We get it. 3rd and 8 for the AC defense. Weimer in the shotgun, 4 receivers out. They go into the pattern. Weimer looking left, now throws middle, nearly picked and hits the receiver in the face. He couldn't catch it. A 4th down for the Panthers. He was not expecting that ball to get in on him. That's number 13 for the Panthers, Stephen Livers, as it went through the Bulldogs' hands and hit him in the face.
On the defense of that play, is that 48 down there?
Number?
Great job by our linebacker. Right next to Minder there. Looks like 48.
Andrew
you said
Number.
What a great play.
Yeah.
Just enough to distract the wide receiver.
4th and 8. Hanover to punt. Snap is high but pulled down, and there's another Shankopotamus into the Bulldog bench. It's a couple in a row for the Panther punter. Bulldogs with good field position as we get the call for where this ball will be marked, and it is right at the 44-yard line. So Jack Kiawa and this Bulldog offense an opportunity to get more points on the board. The defense, quick 3 and out.
Aaron Jenkins down on the sideline here throwing the ball with head athletic trainer Jamie
good.
Fetter. So maybe Jamie was in there working him out, stretching some things out. Probably halftime break tightened up a little bit. Hopefully we'll maybe see him soon.
Get someone to catch for Coach. Come on.
He's
He's
an
got
athlete.
valuable appendages down there.
He's an athlete.
Jack Kiawa to throw deep. He's got a receiver out there. It's caught at the 20. What a jumping, leaping, diving catch. First down, Dogs, and there's a deep throw from Jack in the connection for an Adrian College first down.
I'll tell you what, Harry Bailey, offense coordinator for the Bulldogs, is not scared to take a shot deep. That's about the 5th or 6th time we've elected to go down the field, try to gash him a little bit, and we finally got home.
You don't expect that from your 3rd-string quarterback. The backup today from Jack Kiawa, and a huge play and a Bulldog first down. I think it was the freshman Minnie out there, number 1. Or no, it's Keontae Townsend with the catch. Here's a run now off the left side edge. And Jimmy Clark gets tossed into the Bulldogs sideline after a pickup of 5 to 8 yards. And this Adrian offense clicking here.
Hey, man, simple game, right? Just got to execute. Great job, open it up, get the big gain. Now we're going to ground and pound a little bit. Moses enters the ball game. Expect a little run to RB 24.
9:15 to go in the 3rd. Bulldogs 10, Panthers 0. Expecting some rain here later this afternoon. We'll keep our eye on that. In the meantime, it's Moses. Stiff arms the defender, goes out of bounds, and a flag flies in right at the end of the play. I don't think he picked up anything, but we'll see what the flag is on the 2nd down run.
Whole lot of nothing to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Gotta love that effort, though.
One of the few in-play penalties we've had today. And it's a Bulldog hold. 74, that's the left tackle out there. Nathan Bennett, the junior, he was flagged on a illegal man downfield, which cost him a touchdown. This one just cost him 10 yards. Makes it a 2nd and 13 for the AC offense at the Hanover 22.
Bulldogs change personnel. 2nd and long.
Still Jack Kiawa in at quarterback. He'll take and roll right immediately. Looks to the flat, no one there. And he gets dragged down and sacked.
Face
and
mask.
The Bulldog faithful will clap for that flag. It's either a face mask or a horse collar, maybe a little bit of both, as he got dragged down behind the line.
Hanover sideline is clearly not objecting it, so obviously right in front of them, they've seen it. Should be, I believe by rule, this might be an automatic first down.
The personal foul variety.
Have to give my father's friend Dick Koning the head of the rules from way back in the day.
Half the distance, should be. It's a horse collar on 98.
First down.
David Wall, and that is a Bulldog first down. So, a couple penalties, one on the offense, one on the defense. Results in a 1st and 10 for Adrian College. Ball placed at the, looks like the 12 or 11 yard line. at the 11. 1st and 10. Bulldogs trying to add on to their 10-point lead. 8.5 to go in this half. Being told that Aaron Jenkins went back to the locker room with Jamie. Here's a run up the left side of that offensive line. And try to push him forward. Not too much. Jimmy Clark gets about a yard. 2nd and long.
Well, I can tell you this. If Adrian scores a touchdown here, we may not see Mr. Jenkins the rest of the afternoon.
That might be enough. Slight breeze blowing now in Lenawee County. A little bit southwest breeze, not too much. Still very humid here this afternoon. About 82 degrees our current temperature. We've had one stoppage for water. Just want to point that out.
We have a little rain later on, like you mentioned. Hopefully it stays out of the way of this ball game.
2nd and 9. Kiowa, quick screen out to the edge to his brother, Kenny. He goes toward the 5-yard line and brings up a 3rd down and about 5 from the 6.
How many times do you think they've had that growing up?
4,000 to 5,000 times. Kenny's probably like, you finally threw me the ball? Come on.
Yeah. I wonder if he broke the huddle and said, hey, brother, I'm open.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Jack transferred from Finlandia.
He might have.
I believe I heard that from one of the coaches. That's a fun trip. I'm glad I don't have to make that often anymore. To the upper peninsula.
Most times when you drive that far, you're in Florida.
Right.
But by going there, you're still in Michigan.
And a handoff. This is Moses barreling down inside the 5-yard line. Sets up a 4th and short inside the Hanover 5. 6:48 to go in the 3rd.
The way the defense is playing, Coach Deere is going to go for this, I believe.
And that's the early indication. Ball to 3. They need the 1. 4th down for the AC offense without their starting quarterback. Aaron Jenkins in the locker room with an apparent injury. Jack Kiowa in at quarterback. Stephen Moses down there with him. 3 receivers left. Tight end tight to the right. Straight up run to Stephen Moses, tripped up in the backfield and taken down. Panthers hold, and on that play was the linebacker Caleb Brewster. The junior flies in to make the stop. A low tackle on Moses. That's where you need to tackle a running back like that.
Came scot-free. Probably sent some pressure being a linebacker. He picked a gap, shot a gap. Great job. He almost knew something like that was going to happen because when you don't have that other threat of Jenkins still in there to run, they're going to sell out the house. Hey, got to go 95 yards. We'll take it. Defense is playing well. See if we can keep them down here.
Acts like a punt. Sam Lafada used to pinning teams back inside the 20. This one, as you said, at the 5-yard line. 1st and 10. Panthers on offense here, left to right. Fakes the run. Now Weimer's going to take off up the middle, gets toward the 10. Give him a couple. 2nd down upcoming.
He absolutely got drilled, falling to the ground. Got a hit on the back of his head.
I think Sam Madrid.
Yes.
Gets credit for a tackle.
As a former defensive coordinator here, you always love to see those guys run to the ball with bad intentions.
The Maple out there, number 11 in black and gold, lines up at his linebacker position. 2nd and 7 for the Panthers on offense. Bulldogs bring some pressure. Panthers pick it up, pass over the middle, caught at the 10, a couple moves near the 15, but AC right there as the linebacker. I think that was Kyle Minder. That's normally a good guess, the first man there on defense.
Kept him short of the change. Critical 3rd down. Called a long 2 coming up for the Panthers.
Chance to get off the field again. The Bulldog defense trying to go 3 and out again. Their team up 10-0. Looking to their fans for support, and they're bringing it in this heat. Under 5 to go in the 3rd, a fast-moving half so far. Under 10 on the play clock for the Hanover offense. 3rd and 3 from the 12. They need the 15. Weimer takes the snap, looks long, throwing long toward the Bulldogs sideline. It's incomplete. Tight coverage by Jimmery Cannon. Nicely done on the Hanover receiver out there, trying to hit Nate Reynolds on that go route, but that physicality from Jimmery Cannon forced him to that sideline for the incompletion.
Excellent coverage. Hanover's thought philosophy there. It's a 50-50 ball that gets picked off. It's probably, no disrespect, better than a punt that's coming up right now.
That's right.
Their punter has struggled all day long.
Couple of shanks in a row from the Hanover special teams on the punt. Standing back there, receiving that snap. It's a good one from his end zone. Gets foot to leather on this one. Kenny Kiawa an opportunity. Fields it at the 40. Okay, he called for a fair catch.
Yes. Good
Quickly.
punt.
Yeah, it was a good punt.
Good punt.
So with that, Adrian College with the football and a lead. A 10-0. Good old-fashioned battle here at Docking Family Stadium. Still no Aaron Jenkins for the AC offense. The real story from halftime, he was in the locker room to start the quarter, came out and threw a little bit with the head trainer, and the word is he is back in the locker room. So no number 17 out there for AC, and as I say that, it looks like he's back.
He is back.
It's like they know,
little
Mr. Klotz. It's like they know what I'm saying.
You know, Jamie Fetter, our head athletic trainer at Adrian College, works on Sundays for the Detroit Lions. So I'm going to say he knows what he's doing.
Well, here is Jenkins. They'll test it out quickly. A quarterback power to the left. Jenkins cuts it back toward the 50, and that's near a Bulldog first down as he is back with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. So nice job, I'll say, the couple drives for Jack Kiawa. Had a couple completions, drove him inside the 5, but now the starter back in Aaron Jenkins. It is a first down at the 50.
Great job by our backup quarterback. I mean, you get in, you get thrown in, you show up probably. You know, he might have known he was going to be the backup role, but you don't expect to play. You're one play away, and here he comes, opens up second half, did a great job. Now we're back with Jenkins.
First and 10 at the 50. Jenkins in the shotgun. Gives it off to Clark, and Clark gets a good carry. Give him 6 or 7 for Jimmy Clark, number 20, off that left side, following the block of his man, 74. We've said his name a few times today, Nathan Bennett. Big left tackle out there for AC.
It's a big human being down there.
It is.
Where we had on his measurables. Have to look on the other sheet.
Yeah, you'd have to
here.
check the other. Oh, it's on the 2 deep. There it is.
I'm going to go.
He's only 6'6" and 380.
Okay. I'm running behind him.
Yep. But you don't want to be behind him at Ritchie Dining Hall.
No.
Not much left. Aaron Jenkins, he's going to roll out to the right, throw on the run. He's got a man caught by, looked like Kenny Kiawa took a big-time hit after he made the catch for a 1st and 10.
Love the rollout pass option for Jenkins. You know, it makes your secondary play. If he gets the edge, he's going to turn that up. Took the completion, took the 10 yards, 1st and 10. Bulldogs, 2:57 left here in the third quarter at Docking Stadium. Bulldogs lead 10-0.
Helps your offensive line as well if you get that guy moving out. Helps out your left tackle if you're rolling to the right. 1st and 10. Jenkins takes, gives. Here's Moses up the middle. Makes a nice little move in the secondary for 9, maybe 10 yards. And they give him 10 and a first down for the Bulldogs. And, you know, it seems like night and day from this offense last week to this week. Positive plays, moving the football, doing the little things, running the football. And they put together some scoring. I'm sure the coaches want more, but they've really picked up where they left off last week, and that's in a positive direction.
Yeah, you look, they've been in the red zone 4 times, scored twice. Obviously, you'd like to have that a little bit better, but we are running the football efficiently.
First down at the 21 of Hanover. Jenkins, quarterback power, tries to get to the edge. He will to the 20. Gets knocked out of bounds. We'll test that injury out. Jenkins will get up on a first down run of a couple yards. That's what you want, you know, if you're dinged up a little bit. You want to get hit and see how it feels.
Yes. Coach Deere's probably thinking no.
Well,
We're
yeah.
thinking yes. He knows that number 17 down there is the keys to the automobile for the year. He's very, very talented. Great play call. Kept the ball in his hands. Like you said, quarterback power all the way. Pulled the front side guard, led with Moses. That's a good-looking play.
90 seconds to go in the third quarter. No scoring in this stanza. It's 10-0 Adrian College. Jenkins fakes the run. Sprints out, catch by Kenny Kiawa. First down, Bulldogs inside the 10. And Kenny's getting a little more looks this second half.
Not a bad offensive play design, and we tried to test the edges of the defense. Now we're starting to run some drag routes, some stuff across the middle. The linebackers are flowing heavily because Jenkins has that presence of running, leaves that middle wide open. Little game of pitch and catch, moves the chains. First and goal. First ball's at the 7. 1 minute remaining here at Docking Stadium. Adrian College leads 10-0, driving, looking to score more.
Jenkins, 91 yards gained on the ground. He ran it in from 7 in the first half. That's our only touchdown. He's alone in the backfield. Power run to the right. Lowers his shoulder. Jenkins inside the 5 to about the 3, maybe the 4. I mean, that's, if you watch MIAA football, you're going to get that when you play Olivet, when you play Alma, when you play Trine. It's different to see that here. It's a quarterback that can run, and wants to run, and a big physical guy. I love Jack Werzer, but it's just a different look for Adrian College. It kind of mirrors what the league does.
A quarterback looking for contact.
Right, yes.
Not trying to avoid it, looking it. He had 3 yards to get. He put his head down and tried to get in there.
2nd and 4. Could be the final play of the quarter. Well, they might not have to run another play, actually. Looking at the play clock, and they will not. So we will have a 2nd and goal from the 4. Bulldog possession. Heading into the 4th, AC 10, Hanover nothing. You're tuned in to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College football on the Adrian College Sports Network. However you're listening, however you're watching, we do appreciate it. On the student-athlete side of the college, I should say, it's a student-run operation, and we appreciate your support of all they do here at Adrian College. I'm Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz, 3 quarters in the books, 1 to go, and Adrian on the doorstep at the 4-yard line for a 2nd and goal. A 3rd quarter that went by quickly. Some good, some bad for both, but no scoring.
Kickoff at 1 o'clock. It's 2:53. This game's moving along.
Oh, man, don't say that.
We're running the football. You're looking at some 3rd quarter final statistics. Receiving 5 catches by Kenny Kiawa for 52 yards. It was a presence at. Jenkins, 13 carries, 92 yards. Moses, 13 for 67. Getting ready to see some more run probably here as we're inside the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Trips to the right. Jimmy Clark in with Aaron Jenkins. It's going to be a quarterback power. Aaron Jenkins, he is in there. Come on, give it to him. He's in.
Looks like they're going to rule him just short.
Oh, wow. How can he be that short and not be in?
The line judges their touchdown, Bulldogs.
There it is, the late call, but Aaron Jenkins with 2 runs for scores this afternoon. Bulldogs 16 and the Panthers nothing. I mean, he looked in from here, and it just took a little convincing, but Aaron Jenkins looks just fine, ladies and gentlemen, as he runs it in from 4 yards away. That left side of the line doing a great job blocking there.
If you're watching on ACTV, there was a little confusion in the backfield.
Don't say it was a broken play.
It looked like a broken play. I mean, I think he was getting the ball all the way. There was no fake there, though. He just kind of went, oh, where you at? I'm going to follow you in. Bulldogs up 16-0, PAT coming.
Kenny Kiawa holding for Walker Evans. Snap is beautiful. The hold is good. A blocked kick, and it goes wide. They say he missed it to the left. So a blocked extra point keeps our score 16-0. Hanover to get the football back. We'll take a 30-second break. AC football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
And we're back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz with you, and Aaron Jenkins, touchdown run from 4 yards out, giving the Bulldogs a 16-0 lead with the extra point no good. An 8-play drive, 60 yards, just under 5 minutes for the touchdown. And here's the kickoff by Walker Evans. Will be fielded at the 1 with the fair catch. We'll move the ball out, and a flag is down on the kickoff.
We've got an official down at the 40.
An official down at the near 40.
See on your screen if you're watching on ACTV. Hope he's all right.
The flag on the far side of the field.
Going to indicate
maybe
offside.
Offside on the
Hanover
Bulldogs.
Probably elect to have it kicked off. They're going to take it on the receiving end.
So the fair catch put the ball at the 25. They advance it to the 30.
Some out-of-town scoreboard in the MIAA with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Albion 51, Bluffton 0. That's Adrian's opponent next week. College 17, Hope College 10. 7 minutes remaining in third. 24-14, Kalamazoo over Kenyon. And Olivet over Eureka, 42-0 at the end of the third.
Weimer from the shotgun looks middle, throws, batted away at the last moment. Tyrell Diener breaks up the pass, a second and long upcoming. But yeah, and we've talked about it all afternoon. It's the short passing game that Hanover wants to do. They've taken maybe 2 deep throws down the field, but if you're Adrian, you're bringing everybody up to the line of scrimmage. I don't know if it's because they don't want to throw intermediate or deep, or they just can't.
No tight end in the offense, 3 wides, 4 wides.
It's a quarterback draw, slowed up and wrapped up at the 38-yard line. DeAndre Jennings on the play. Number 8 out there as well, Wades Ashman. 3rd and short. Call it 3 for the Panthers offense.
If you're Adrian, you're putting your heels at the sticks. You're making them throw the ball over your head if you're a secondary. Challenge them. They're trying to pick up first downs. They're not going to take a shot deep. Be aggressive.
2 wide right, 2 tight to the left. Weimer looks middle, throws, intercepted! Wades Ashman at the 40, the 35, and a turnover on the 3rd down pass. How about this defense, ladies and gentlemen? 2 picks on the afternoon. He's fired up on the sideline.
Great job. He stuck around just like I suggested. Sat there, said they're not going to go past 5 yards. Jumped in front, made a great play. 14 minutes remaining. 16-0 Bulldogs deep in Hanover territory at the 31, looking to extend their lead.
Hanover wanted to call some early contact, and they don't get it.
I'm not going to disagree with number 2 over there from Hanover. He was beat up a little bit, but it's college football. Play on.
That's within like 2 or 3 yards.
Play on. Look for Coach Deere to maybe take a shot here.
Why not? From the 31, Aaron Jenkins at quarterback. Injured in that 3rd quarter. He didn't play much of it. He's back. Hands off. Clark up the middle with some daylight. Fighting his way down to the 20, to the 19, and a first down rush. And that middle of the offensive line, Matt Pillow, the center, they're having themselves a whale of a game today.
They are controlling the line of scrimmage. When you control the line of scrimmage, good things happen, and they will continue to dominate the rest of the game if they do that.
From the 19, Jenkins from the shotgun. Clark a little slip up in the backfield, and he's thrown down by a host of Panthers. Up on that tackle, number 5, Devontae Hardiman, the senior defensive lineman. And when you talk offensive line, you talk defensive line, but mainly the O-line. At AC, you think Keith Euchre. And that's a big, tall presence that's not on the sideline this year for AC as he announced his retirement. So more shakeups in the coaching staff.
guarantee
for Jim
Big
Deere.
Uke is probably watching from, I believe he's in Florida. A little retirement gig. Big-time NFL vet.
That's right. Say second down run. Stephen Moses on the counter. He gets tripped up. He had some space if he made it through that initial hit. Instead of third down and medium upcoming for the AC offense. Off the turnover, Wade's Ashman with the interception. Bulldog offense trying to punch this thing in. 12.5 to go in the fourth quarter. 16-0, home team Bulldogs. Two receivers outright. One alone to the left. Tight end is Tyler Poyer. He's tight to the line on the right side. Running this play clock down wisely. 5 seconds on it. Jenkins will take the shotgun snap. He rolls to the right immediately. Looks back to the left, and that's where he's going to run. Looks for blocking for Jenkins. 15. He scampers out of bounds, short of the yard line to gain. Hanover did a good job at covering up the Bulldog receivers, forcing Jenkins to run.
Going to see the field goal team march out here.
We'll try Walker Evans again.
Punch this through. It turns it into a 3-score game with 12 minutes remaining and the clock continue to run. You got to like your chances as the Bulldog defense is playing very well. Let's see if we can bang 3 in here.
He's made an extra point and a field goal, but he's missed an extra point and a field goal today. So this to put him over 50% on the afternoon. This will be a 30-yarder. Slight breeze at his back, not too much. Kenny Kiaba holds. Kick is on its way. It's got the leg. Did he get the angle on it? He did. He puts it through. Walker Evans from 30 yards out. Adrian 19, Hanover 0. They turn the turnover into points. 30 seconds away from a Hanover possession. You're tuned in to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
We're back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Scoring drive for the Adrian offense after the Wade's Ashman interception puts the score at 19-0. Ian Wentz, Aaron Klotz with you. About 11 minutes and a half to go in this ball game. I mean, the defense, 2 interceptions last week, 2 this week. I don't know what else to say. They're playing a great football game.
Gotta love it when you get those extra possessions, get a chance to get off the field, rest, hot day, they're doing their job.
We're getting a little more cloud cover here in southern Michigan. Expecting rain later this afternoon. Walker Evans has the ball on the tee from the 35. Kickoff from left to right. Walker puts foot to leather, kicks it toward the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. A very up and down day for Walker Evans.
Clearly has a strong leg, a little inconsistent, but that will work out, and it's got to work out. I mean, he's a senior, got to have an opportunity to prove your worth, and those are going to be critical points as we progress through the year. You can learn in a game that's 19-0, but we definitely want to be a little bit better.
Temperature at 84 degrees. It was 82 at kickoff. I can't imagine the temperature on the field. You work with turf. How warm is it down there right now?
It's a little bit warmer.
A little bit warmer.
Sure, on a hot day like here, it all depends on what kind of airflow is moving around the stadium. A little open stadium here, so get a little bit better.
Weimer from the 35, a handoff up the left side. Gets a good gain to the tailback. That's number 5, and an official timeout for an injured player. And on the carry, that was Austin Opel, an injured player toward the Hanover sideline. We'll pause for 30 seconds. Panther football. Dogs up 19-0 on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Is that 11?
Yes, their
Okay.
wide receiver.
We're back on the Adrian College Sports Network. The senior wide receiver Hunter Eads, down at his own 31-yard line, got tangled up with the Bulldog defender on the first down run. He's still down on the field. So if we can look at some of the statistical numbers, I know the most important one, Aaron, is 19-0 in favor of Adrian College. But Jenkins has done a good job running the football. He's got to be over 100 yards today, if not very close.
99.
See, very close.
Unofficially, 15 for 99. Moses, 14 carries, 68. Clark, 10 for 44. And then you're talking about on the offensive side, being that we were at the half 2 for 11 throwing the ball. We are now 4 for 13. But they've been 2 big completions.
Yep.
They picked up big first downs, and
one of them was by the backup.
It's all we really needed so far.
That's right. So Eads off the field. He will be looked at by the training staff for the Panthers. Second down from their own 42, a 2nd and 3. 11:20 to go in this fourth quarter. Bulldog defense has yet to give up a point here. And here's a run up the left side and a first down run.
Starting to get a little chippy out here.
I don't know the word I wanted to use. Chippy's a good one. As the young man for Adrian College out there. That's, of course, LaRue getting after it on the defensive front. Bulldogs bring some pressure. They force Weimer out to the right. Looking for someone to throw. Throws across his body, and it's tipped away last minute. Jimmery Cannon bats that thing away. Had an interception in the first half. Slides up to make that play. 2nd and long.
It's a good-looking defensive player for Adrian in the secondary.
Yes. I mean, Cannon, and you have Tyrell Diener, 23, plays a lot of corner. They're just tall. I mean, they're 6 foot, 6'1".
Long, rangy,
long, physical,
quick.
Fast. It's what you want. Especially, I keep saying this, when we get into league play, when it quote-unquote matters.
Yes.
You got some big guys out there in the MIAA waiting. Weimer fakes a pass, he'll run. LaRue takes him down around the 50-yard line while he was being blocked. And the freshman makes a tackle. It's now 3rd and 5 right at the 50.
A lot of excess post plays past the whistle. Boys are getting after it down there.
They are. I mean, you have LaRue out there at, what's he listed at officially? He is 6'4", 260. He brings the heat. Pass, short, incomplete. And he's battling down there with Hanover's 64 out on that left tackle spot, 6'6" and 315. That's a lot of person there between the two.
And a good-looking 315.
Oh, yeah.
He looks critical play. It looks like they're going to punt the ball. Thought about they were going to keep their offense out there for a second. But
I mean, that just tells you you're down 3 scores with 10 to go. That just tells you the kind of defense Adrian's playing today. I think they understand what's going on here. They'll bring the punt team out.
They're going tight punt here. What that means is there's no split ends. Batting down. Play clock almost expired. He gets a snap off, and it's another ball off the right side of the foot. Gonna be about a 27-yard punt. Bulldogs in business.
Decent field position for Aaron Jenkins and the Adrian College offense. 10:03 to go in the fourth quarter. 19-0 in favor of the hometown Bulldogs. The first home game of this 2022 season. And I don't think we can talk Adrian College athletics. I don't think we can talk about this Lenawee County community, but they lost a pillar and an icon earlier this week. I don't think we can go a whole broadcast without mentioning Frank Dick and what he's done just for this area, just a giving person, give what you can, all you can, as often as you can.
A great man, a very big-time supporter of Adrian College and Adrian College athletics, personally and financially. Will be definitely missed.
Here's a missed tackle. Little extra work for the AC running back, and that is Jimmy Clark. He gets a couple. Just so influential. Yes, his name is on quite a few buildings, but he did it for the right reasons and for the right purpose. Him and his wife, Shirley, I didn't have a chance to meet her, but it was always Frank and Shirley. It was both of them, and even when she was gone, talking to Mr. Dick, it was my wife Shirley and I.
Great people. One thing that I've met Frank and at an Ohio State, Michigan pep rally at Lenawee Country Club. Coach Lyle, our former coach here at Adrian College, former Michigan player, and Mr. Frank Dick, a big Buckeye fan.
He is.
He gave me a Buckeye, as he always carries 2 or 3 Buckeyes in his pocket everywhere he went. And so I was lucky enough to get a Buckeye from him, and that's just tells you a little bit about him. Just a great spirited, a lot of wit, and definitely will be missed.
Decent run for Aaron Jenkins up the middle. Brings us a 3rd down and 2 yards to go at the 38-yard line. 8:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Adrian with the lead, 19-0. Try to get the Panthers to jump. It might be a free play. Throws it up. Minnie caught that ball at the 40. Jalen Minnie, what a reception on a seemingly free play as the Panther defensive line jumped and then Bulldogs snapped the football. We will see if this play stands.
Might have got away with a little offensive PI at the end. As we're viewing on ACTV, get a chance to replay this play. Great throw, great catch. Little maybe, not too much.
No, not
play
too
on.
bad.
Play on.
And it looks to be an offside against Hanover. And that's the throw we weren't getting from Jenkins in the first half. He put the ball between the defender and the sideline so his receiver can turn that way and make a play on the football. And Minnie's made a couple catches like that today.
The ball got out quick. That was the key.
Yep.
He was holding on to him earlier. It's a timing throw. Catch, 1, 2, throw, and that's what he's doing. We're not trying to hit home runs 50 yards downfield. We're trying to get 20, 30-yard clips, and the timing's essential on that. Great throw, great catch. Pick up the flag, move on. 1st and 10, Bulldogs inside the 40 and driving. 8:12 left to go. Bulldogs lead 19-0.
Just the 5th completion for Jenkins. 5 of 14 for 71 yards. This is a run for Moses. Flies over a couple Panthers. A 2nd down and 4 upcoming. That was the long pass for Aaron Jenkins. 23 yards for him. 2nd official reception for Jalen Minnie.
You can't help but notice how this offense is a little bit different than week 1 with Mr. Stephen Moses carrying that ball downhill in the backfield.
It
Opens
really
up
is.
so many other things, allows all our other weapons to just do different things. And it's a nice, promising aspect or addition to Coach Deere and Coach Bailey's offense.
The line stepping up big time also here today. Under 7.5 to go, Stephen Moses lowers his shoulder, gets toward the 30 and thrown to the 1st down sticks. Gets a little help from the Hanover defense. Move those chains, clock rolling, approaching 7 minutes left in a 19-0 ball game. 2 touchdown runs for Aaron Jenkins, one for 8 yards, the other for 4. A Walker Evans field goal. That's really the difference. It's all the scoring.
Clock's moving. Chains are moving.
That's important.
We're in the 4th quarter.
Are we, ahead of schedule? 3:15. Is that a quick enough game for you?
I'll take it.
Look, it's 82, 83 degrees. I think both coaches realize that.
Shorten
you're playing a game. Yeah, it's about endurance, but shorten that game up. From the 29, heavy dive to Stephen Moses, dances through the line, 20, and he gets tackled last moment.
Lost his shoe.
Inside the 15, lost his shoe, and he's slow to get up at the 9. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
That's good because if you remember, 2 years ago he had an Achilles injury, came back in a remarkable 7 months, You see him grab that ankle. He just got his shoe untied, or ripped off.
Brody Luker, the junior defensive back, in all likelihood saved a touchdown, and there's an injured Bulldog behind the play.
Looks like a cramp.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen that yet with the humidity and the temperature, but kudos to these training staffs to keep these guys in shape. And he's up and walking. I think you're right. You don't want to speculate. Left leg, likely a cramp. And that's number 76 for AC. That's Braden Van Orden. He's up, getting hydrated. We have a first down.
You kind of like the timeout right now, though. I mean,
I think that's an official timeout, right?
Yeah, well, we had an injury, and then we're getting a little water now, but Moses' shoes off, so he's got to take those gloves off and get those shoes, but we're going to need him down here inside the red zone, so give him a little bit more time. Unofficially, I'm trying to update our stats here. Moses is nearing probably that 100-yard mark. Jenkins is obviously right around there as well. He's at 105 yards. That was with 10 minutes to go. We're at 7 minutes to go. So get these updated stats. We'll pass them on.
Adrian with the football, moving left to right. 6:28 to go. The clock will start on the whistle. Aaron Jenkins, the quarterback. Moses out as he gets that right shoe on, a valuable piece of equipment for a running back and every player. Jimmy Clark in a tailback. He did.
Ran right out of his shoes.
A shoestring tackle.
Yes, there you go.
That's what it was. Pillow the center. Jenkins at quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 right. It's a run. Jimmy Clark cuts back and gets a form tackle put on him by the defensive back. That's a textbook tackle for number 15 for the Panthers. That's the junior defensive back, Xavier Boone.
Great play. Did a good job fitting down. Didn't get too wide. Kept his shoulders to the square of the line of scrimmage. Made a nice tackle.
Breaking down, right, as a defender?
As a defender, you want to keep your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and never turn, and that's exactly what he did. And one-on-one tackle right there. Well done.
Clock rolling. Jenkins staring at that play clock in the Adrian end zone. 19-0 the score. 5.5 to go in this football game. Home opener for the Bulldogs. It's going to be a quarterback lead. And Jenkins at the 5 gets taken down at the 4. That's right at the sticks as Jimmy Clark leads the way. He's pumped up. Hey, running backs can block too, right? It's not just for linemen and receivers.
Playing 11-on-11 football when Jenkins carries the ball. And it's not 10-on-11, it's 11-on-11. You lead that running back up through. It's a great look. It's 11-on-11, makes it tough. Under 5 minutes, 19-0 Bulldogs facing a 3rd and 1 at the 5-yard line, headed in to score.
They've gone for it on 4th down prior, unsuccessful. They hope to not need that. Moses back in the ball game, in the shotgun with Jenkins as quarterback. It's going to be a give to Moses, and he gets tripped up. I think he got the first down, though, inside the 3 to about the 2. They will move the sticks for an Adrian College first down. And the lineman slow to get up. Down there, he's up. He's fine.
That time of the ball game.
It really is. Jonathan Cecilia, he's listed as a junior. He's been playing almost every snap his whole career. I mean, that's a name I'm used to reading on this Bulldog team. He's out for at least a play.
An Iron Man of sorts.
Absolutely. 10 seconds on the play clock. I think Deere's going to burn a timeout.
Down there talking to the official.
Yeah, I think it's just a hydration need. He will wait and call a timeout with 1 second on the play clock. 3:56 to go. Adrian College leads in the home opener, 19-0. We'll step aside. 30-second break on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. However you may be watching or listening to Bulldog football, we certainly do appreciate it. I'm Ian Wentz, Aaron Klotz up here in the booth.
Toasty.
A toasty day here at Docking Stadium, the home opener for Adrian College. They lead it 19-0. I'd like to point out again that the television broadcast, 100% student run and operated. It's not owned and operated by students, but they run it. They do a great job. Their first football game for this season. We appreciate all their hard work. And, of course, on the commercial radio side, shout out to Laura Witkowski back in the WLEN studio. Bulldogs looking at a first and goal. Just under 4 minutes to go in this football game, leading 19-0. Jenkins back there with Jimmy Clark. Give us to Clark, and he is in for the Bulldog touchdown. That might be the icing on the very hot, melted cake. But Jimmy Clark scores. Bulldogs lead 25-0 in this home opener.
Game, set, match, as they like to call it, especially if you're watching that U.S. Open like I've been. 25, getting ready to be 26-0.
Just physicality.
If you're Coach Jim Deere, you got to be very proud of this showing this afternoon at Docking Stadium.
Clark took on a linebacker in the hole and would not be denied. Walker Evans on for the PAT. Kenny Kiao with a hold. A low snap. He corrals it. The kick is up, away, and it is good. Our score now 26-0 in favor of the hometown Bulldogs. I mean, you look at not only from week to week, you lose 31-0. Now you got a 0 on the other side. That's good. You have the other aspect of you played this team last year at their place and lost a close one, 21-14. I know it's a new season, new team, but this is a big-time answer by Adrian College.
As we alluded to earlier in the show, you make your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2. And I think if you're looking at results, I think Adrian's done that. If you're looking at the future, I think this is going to be a good football team. Are they going to be great? We'll see. But having the dynamic piece of Aaron Jenkins, adding Steven Moses to that backfield now, and with the way your defense is playing, we clean up a couple things, special teams probably more so on some missed PATs. It's been a really good showing for Adrian College and Coach Jim Deere and his ball club.
To me, it's the defense. I mean, last year you had you had some junior and senior leadership. They'd been playing for a long time. They just struggled at times. And this year, that just seems to be the difference, is that, fourth year, that fifth year for these guys. I mean, they plugged some freshmen in that are really making a difference. And as we get the kickoff from Walker Evans, this might be returned, and it will be from the 5, 10, 15. Hit at the 17 and driven back by the Bulldog return unit.
You alluded to the defense. They're all vets. They're all guys that played a lot of football for the black and gold. And if they can't get it done, we got the wrong people out there. Clearly, they're the right people. They're doing the right thing. They're playing well. They're flying around. You can sense they have that killer instinct. They can smell a victory, and they're not letting up, and they're playing their butt off.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Trying to get that goose egg off the board. 3:47 to do it. Change at quarterback for the Panthers. This is a run and a tackle made in the hole. 15 is in at QB for the visitors, Colton Richards. And that was Jeremy Gettelfinger on the rush. So getting some substitutes in for the Panthers.
Coach Deere's running some new guys out there. 51, Dawson Jenkins, a defensive line, a sophomore, has entered the contest.
Quite a few starters out there still, though. A lot of pride right now, the final 3 minutes. Quarterback stands in the pocket, gets some pressure, throws it away, but he got walloped out there. Big number 90 for the black and gold. Domenico Tejada, the freshman defensive lineman.
3rd and 8. Correction, 3rd and 5.
Light to get off the field here. 3:10 to go, fourth quarter. Kyle Minder checks out of the game. 43 out there takes his place. Dominic Luange, sophomore linebacker. Here's the snap on 3rd and medium. Throws to the outside. Intercepted! Bulldogs pick it up.
Sammy
Will
Madrid.
it be 6? And he dives for the pylon. What is it?
Touchdown.
It's a Bulldog touchdown! Incredible! Sam Madrid. Touchdown Dogs. Pick 6. Bulldog touchdown. How about that?
Sammy Madrid, the hometown kid, jumps a route, knifes through, pick, great footwork, looked like he was going to get knocked out at the 3-yard line, kept his balance, reached for the pylon, the officials conferred, touchdown Adrian.
That was a pick. Wait for it. 6.
3:01, 32-0, Bulldogs. PAT coming up.
Late substitution on the Bulldog extra point. That defense scores again. Aaron, their 3rd interception today. Cannon with an interception. Now Sam Madrid. And the extra point is up and good by Walker Evans. Wade's Ashman with an interception. Dogs are barking. We'll take a 30-second break. Hanover football when we come back on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Sam Madrid, the Adrian High School grad, pick not only that, but also 6. 33-0, the Adrian College Bulldogs lead. Get that defense out there again.
Defensively for Adrian. Hanover, 22 rushing attempts, 41 yards, 1.9 a clip. They've limited them to 78 passing yards. As your coach, Jim Deere, you're looking at it going, we're keeping them under 150 yards right now, total offense. It's going to win a lot of ball games, a lot of ball games. And with the Adrian College's defense, as good as the offense has been today, like you've referred to, the defense has carried the torch. And when you have a good defense like Adrian has right now, you can do it. Takes a lot of pressure off the offense. You play a little looser. Not every possession's critical. You can play some field possession games, and that's what they've done today. And they've scored for the most part every time they've had the ball except twice. You're really looking at a 33-0 game that really could be 40-0 right now, 45-0.
It really could. A Bulldog suffocation by this defense. 33-0. Exactly 3 minutes to go in this football game. Handoff up the middle. Get about 5 yards. Tailback again, that is 21.
They got most of their starters out.
Gettelfinger, yep.
Hanover's in the mode, I think, right now, where they're saying, hey, let's get up, let's get out of town, let's get on the bus, let's get home to Southern Indiana.
From the 31. 2nd and 4. Gettelfinger through the hole. First down, Panthers. Bulldogs on the play, 69. Le'Veon Leverett, the freshman defensive lineman. 43, I think, in on the tackle as well, Luange. 1st and 10 to the 37. 2:10 and counting. Be sure to tune in. Of course, our post-game show, we'll talk about this game. Look forward to next week as the first down run. That's about 6 yards. Our selection of the player of the game. We have to pick one guy. Good luck. I normally pass it off to the color commentator. Just letting you know.
You know, there's a lot of them out there. There might be numerous ones out there today. Great showing by Coach Jim Deers, Bulldog Club, Docking Stadium. They got the Bluffton Beavers next week down in Bluffton. Another game that probably they should win.
Second down carry.
If you're looking at it, you got Finlandia for our homecoming, which is another game they should be highly favored in.
Yes.
Hopefully everyone stays healthy in those next 2 weeks. And as you and I discussed off air, pack the bus and head up to Holland, Michigan to play a very good football team in Hope College.
I don't want to overhype that, so I won't do it yet. A couple weeks to get there. 1st and 10, Hanover from the 50. Gettelfinger up the middle. Another tackle for Avion Leverett. Big number 69. 69 seconds to go in our fourth quarter. 33-0 the score.
That's a big human being down there with that tackle. That's what I like to call. That's a one-gap player.
Absolutely. 66 next to him doing his thing too. Jacob Smith, another freshman. Here's a rush for the Panthers to the outside edge, and he gets pushed out of bounds with 45 seconds left.
Looks like we're going to get out of Docking Stadium in time. As you can see across the field, those skies are turning to gray. Rain in the forecast.
It'll probably cool
later.
down. Yeah.
Big game over in Whitewater, Wisconsin. Number 1 Marion Harding Baylor, 24. Whitewater, 21 with 5 minutes to go. A couple games that probably you see each other in the playoffs later in the year.
From the Bulldog 39. Here's a Hanover rush. Oh, a huge hit. Wade's Ashman.
Talk to me, Wade.
Woo!
Talk to me. Not a lot of form tackle there. Just ran up there and knocked him hard.
Checks out of the game. He says, that's good. I got my tackle with an interception. A huge hit on a 5-yard rush. 2nd and a long 4. Could be the final play of the game. It's a run up the middle. Tripped up, tackled down.
Going to do it.
The final seconds.
Turn out the lights.
And how about this? A shutout at home in week number 2. The home opener goes to Adrian. 33-0 is your final score. They cap it off with a pick 6 by Sam Madrid, the Adrian Maple. But, man, that defense played a whale of a football game. Offense came along and did their job. We'll take a look at some final stats. We'll break down this contest. We'll look forward to week number 3. We'll take a 60-second break. Final 33-0. Adrian wins on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit AdrianBulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Won't have to worry about.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit AdrianBulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
What a home opener this was. A 33-0 final here at Docking Stadium. Week number 2 goes to the Bulldogs. 33-0. So, I mean, they're +2 on the season. Gave up 31 last week, scored 33 this week. I mean, what a 60-minute performance. Ian Wendt, Aaron Klotz with you. What a ball game this was for the Black and Gold. They needed this after week 1.
They controlled the game the moment the ball was kicked off on, I would say, all 3 phases of the game. Our special teams struggled a little bit, but defensively we set the tone. Offensively we controlled the running game, kept the clock moving. Recipe for success, 33-0. Home opener, we're on to Bluffton.
How about this? 50 rushes for the Adrian offense, 270 yards. And we've alluded to it throughout the game. We heap our praise upon Stephen Moses. And with him and Aaron Jenkins, that's a dynamic duo in the Bulldog backfield. Jimmy Clark did his thing. Don't get me wrong. He did score a touchdown today. But they found something in that backfield, and it worked today.
Jenkins, 17 carries, 115 yards, average of 6.8, 2 touches. Stephen Moses, 18, 96 yards, 5.3, no touchdowns because he lost his shoe. And then Jimmy Clark, 13 for 47. Right there between those guys, you got 10, 20, 31, 48 rushes for a whole bunch of yards. You threw the ball effectively. You did a good job. You didn't have to throw today, let's be honest. They could run the ball down their throat, and I think that's what Coach Deere and Coach Bailey wanted to do when they came in. They wanted to establish, as people said, their will upon their opponent. And they did. And hats off to the boys up front on both sides of the ball. Again, those are the guys in the trenches that don't get a lot of name recognition, but I can tell you what, they were the deciding factor for those guys that have benefit statistically throughout today's contest.
We're just seeing what that fourth year, fifth year, some people's sixth year senior can do, especially for a defense that has the talent, that's played a lot of football together. And it was just from start to finish, the defense balled out. 2 games in the books, 2 interceptions last week, 3 this week, and they scored. I mean, you picked off the number 24 team in America last week twice, and then you do what you did today at Hanover. I mean, it's just, what else can you say? Like, I think the cliche is, what's more impressive, the 33 or the 0?
I'd say the 0, because
and I think I would too.
The reason I say that is you got to look at, this is a team last week in Hanover that they did score, and I might be wrong, I think 38 points. So they were out there, and they lost the center, but they scored. And in Division III football, it's not easy to score. I don't care who you're playing. And they did a good job of shutting a team down that scored a lot of points, and they came out, and they set the tempo, 33-0, and they clearly dominated. They were not threatened very much. I would love to see how many times Hanover really got inside the 30-yard line. It wasn't a lot. And they kept the ball. Hats off to Samuel Fodder, the punter. Flipped the field a couple times. Didn't have to be used too much today, which is a good thing. But if you put teams on long fields, they're going to make a mistake sooner or later. And for the most part, Adrian had a hand in making sure that they made those mistakes.
Aaron Jenkins started the football game. He was out much of the third quarter as Jack Kiawa came in at QB, did a nice job for them. Jenkins came back in to just absolutely shut the door. The defense was great. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll talk about the player of the game. Who are we going to go with? The suspense is killing me. Bulldogs win 33-0 on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
And we're back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wentz, Aaron Klotz with you. Bulldogs winners here, 33-0. We appreciate you all tuning in. However you catch Bulldog football, whether it be on the commercial radio, 103.9 WLEN, on the 100% student-run Adrian College Television, or the college radio station, 107.9 WVAC. It was a great home opener. 33-0 was our final score for the Bulldogs. And I think it's time to look at possible players of the game. Many, I would say, on the defensive side.
You know, you go down the list, you know, who do you pick? Obviously, the offensive guys get all the love. I really loved Kyle Minder. He obviously flies to the football. His nose is in on every play. I love how our defensive line, again, like I talked about, some of those guys aren't going to get to the necessary stats that they deserve, but they had a good presence. Anytime you're getting interceptions, you have a little bit of pressure up front. And then you got to look at the offensive side. Obviously, Jenkins and Moses provided a 1-2 punch that is very good in college football right now. So hats off to the coaching staff. Hats off to the players coming back out here after, one could say, man, we got our butts whipped last week. But they grinded, they prepared, they reap the benefits of their preparation.
I'm doing my research here, and as soon as I get it, I'll let you all know. It's a very important statistic. The last time Adrian College had a shutout in football, and folks, I'm going back to 2014, and I'm still clicking back. So, I mean, what they're doing here, it really means a lot. Even if you win a game like this, a 33-0 final, sometimes you get that what they call a garbage score at the end. But just to bookend it is something special that this team can say, we did here at home, a home opener. I mean, Aaron, I'm going back to 2012. Did you pick a player of the game? We need to narrow it down. I know it's a tough job, and that's why we got you doing it.
I'm going to go with the newcomer, number 17, Aaron Jenkins. Yes, Stephen Moses is 1B for me today, but Jenkins had 3 or 4 plays when the game was critically tight and made third down long conversions with his feet. When the defense for Hanover did a great job of shutting down, Jenkins made a play. He extended the play. And with him in the backfield at the quarterback position and with our gang of running backs that we have, those guys, they reap the benefits of Jenkins. But Jenkins clearly is my player of the game, and I think it's a valuable piece that he must stay healthy for the success of this football team throughout the year. But congratulations to number 17, Aaron Jenkins, for being our player of the game this afternoon. Hats off to the boys up front. Stephen Moses, 1B. He adds a different dynamic, as you can see. Again, some of our other running backs are very good. You're talking about the guys up front, Jimmy Clark, very good. But like I said, they complement one another. They all aren't the same guy, and as a coach, as a fan, that's what you want to have.
Well, we got it. Bulldogs go to 1-1. And, folks, this is the first shutout for this Adrian College football team since they went to Alma October 11th, 2014. And we know what that team did in the MIAA. A 31-0 win at Alma was their last shutout. So something special here today. We'll see how that translates to Bluffton next week as they'll take on the Beavers. Bulldogs go to 1-1. Looking to go to 2-1 next week. Aaron, I appreciate it. Your insight, your back and forth. I had a lot of fun. Just another year of Bulldog football, and you'll be here for the home games.
I will be. I appreciate it. Thanks to everyone behind WLEN, ACTV. Appreciate all the hard work. It was a lot of fun as an alumni, a former player, and a current coach here. It's always a great day to be a Bulldog and watch a Bulldog victory.
Oh, you got it in there. A great day to be a Bulldog. All right, for all the Bulldog fans out there, for everyone behind the scenes, however you listen or watch the Bulldog football team today, we appreciate it. For all the fans, for Aaron Klotz, I'm Ian Wentz saying so long for now. A Bulldog win, 33-0 on the Adrian College Sports Network.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Dockey, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.